I have with me Manitya Kaladharananda and Manitya Virajananda, who will be manifesting the power of third eye in front of all of you today. So along with me here, I have an eye band, and you can see that in front is a complete opaque sheet and behind is a thick sponge where the eyes can comfortably fit in. And you can see that under there is no space between the sponge and the opaque sheet for any light to enter, and even on top. So this is actually an ophthalmologist certified eye band, certified and tested by one of the top 10 hospitals of India. And it is certified and told that even with the eyes open, no light can enter through this eye band. So it is medically, scientifically tested and proven that no light can enter. This is the eye band that I'll be placing on Manitya Virajananda and Manitya Kaladharananda. So now I'll be blindfolding both the Balasins, and again I'm showing it to you before blindfolding her. Yes, Mavirija, are you comfortable? Yeah. Yes. So you can see that Mavirija's eyes are completely closed and blindfolded. And before I blindfold Ma Kaladhara, you can also see we have a side view being projected. So in that side view, you can see that there is nobody around and that it is going to be completely free from all sides, and only Ma Kaladhara and Mavirija are going to be there. So now I'll be blindfolding Ma Kaladhara, and again I'm showing the eye band before blindfolding them. Yes, Ma Kaladhara, are you comfortable? Yes. Yes. So you can see how both Manitya Kaladharananda and Manitya Virajananda are completely blindfolded. And now I request all of you to post your comments in the live YouTube chat. You can post your comments and any hard words, any medical terms which you feel that Ma Kaladhara and Ma Virija, who is a 14-year-old and 16-year-old, will not be able to guess. So you can post any medical terms, any scientific terms, any long words. You can post even in the language of Tamil, and they'll be reading it out. So I request all of you to start posting your comments, and Ma Kaladhara and Ma Virija will be reading it out in front of your eyes. Yes?
Could you just adjust my eye band to the middle part?
Yes. Yes, are you comfortable now? Yes, so you can see how Ma Kaladhara has requested me to only adjust her eye band. To make it even more foolproof, Ma Virija and Ma Kaladhara will not be touching that eye band, and we will be unmuted for the whole time. So I request both of you to turn to your right, left, up, and down. So you can see that Manitya Kaladharananda and Manitya Virajananda are completely blindfolded from all sides. There is no possible way of light entering. Yes. So Ma Kaladhara, Ma Virija, you can start reading the comments.
Yes. So the latest comment which has been posted in Kailasa's HDH Nithyananda's YouTube channel is by Magic Heel saying Pranam. And Manitya Venkateshananda has posted, thank you for all you do. It's fantastic and hard-earned. And the previous comment is from Manitya Ragananda KUTPIANNAN has posted Om Parashakti. Suresh Shah has posted a Namaste emoji. And PHUNANDA W8TEEPUNG light color through Namaskar emoji and 5 red color emoji. And again, Suresha has posted Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. And Magic has posted. Actually, he's supposed to write wow, but he wrote 2 by mistake in the start. Yeah. And Harish has posted how to come through. And the next comment is from Magic HDH has posted which place I am from. And Pragya Rajput has posted blessings my new born baby son.
Yes, amazing. You can see how both Maniti Virajananda and Maniti Kaladhananda has beautifully read out all your comments, and how they've even read out Tamil comments and in even a different language. So let us now witness the extraordinary Shakti of body scanning. So I request all of you to stay tuned, and you will be witnessing the extraordinary Shakti of body scanning by the Balasins and the Nithyananda Yogis of Kailasa. But before that, I'll be removing the eye band of Maniti Virajananda. So you can see it's intact. And Ma Kaladhara's eye band. Yes. So please stay tuned for witnessing the extraordinary Shakti of body scanning. We'll be joining you in a few minutes.
And setting model community. Kailasa, enlightenment ecosystems, Sarvanya Peethas all over the world.
All powerful cognition, knowledge, only when you live, power manifestation and possibilities manifestation happens. It's a fundamental truth.
Hinduism cannot live exclusively as one sampradaya. No. All sampradayas of Hinduism is an ecosystem. So don't keep quiet thinking that if one sampradaya is attacked, only that sampradaya is going to be affected. All of us are ecosystems.
Yes. So let us now see the Shastra Pramana, the Atma Pramana, the Apta Pramana, and the Sakshi Pramana for the power, for the extraordinary Shakti of the power of body scanning. Let us now see the Shastra Pramana. But before that, let us see what the power of body scanning does. In this power of body scanning, one awakens the ability to be able to scan and see illnesses, diseases, medically diagnosed issues, and even provide solutions through the awakened third eye. So the Shastra Pramana comes from the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra. Swadehe jagato vapi sukshma sukshmatarani cha tattvani yani nilayam dhyatvante vyajyate para. Bhagavan Paramashiva beautifully says, cognize deeply that from the subtle to the subtlest constitutive principles of the whole body, Swadeha, or of the whole universe, simultaneously consist of the essential reality. They are being absorbed in their source cause, Paramashiva. And by the experience of such restful awareness, one becomes complete from all the thoughts, and the ultimate universal divine power, Paradevi Adi Shakti, is revealed, and the supreme power manifestation happens. So let us now see the Apta Pramana, the reference of the power of body scanning from the life of a Siddha named Teriyar. Teriyar was a Siddha and one of the prominent disciples of Agastya. One day, a man suffering from a severe headache came to Agastya for healing, and Agastya uses the power of body scanning and scanned the man and told that the cause of the headache is because there's a small type of terai, a type of frog, sitting in the man's brain. Agastya immediately instructs Teriyar to perform an open head surgery and remove the frog. After the surgery is successfully completed, the person is healed and is completely, permanently cured of the headache. Thus, he gave the name Teriyar. So, this is a beautiful Apta Pramana for the power of body scanning from the life of a Siddha. This was 5,000 years ago, and they were able to manifest the power of body scanning, and they were even able to conduct open head surgeries. So, let us see the Atma Pramana, where Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, has time tested and verified this science. On the 22nd of December, His Divine Holiness reveals how he uses the power of body scanning, paraphrasing his words. Only when I had a multiple compound fracture, I was forced to go for surgery and therefore for medical checkups related to that. At that time, they detected heavy metal quantity in different organs of mine, and it was revealed that I had been poisoned without our knowledge, and immediately I used diagnostic methods and the power of body scanning to study the condition of the body and found out what the problems and imbalances had happened and where the balance had to be done. I used allopathy as a second opinion to just verify my findings. You can see how beautifully Swamiji manifested the power of Shushada, going beyond pain. So beautifully, all these incarnations, all these avatars who land down in this form, in this world, just manifest divine leelas, so many divine leelas in their life, and how they play these divine leelas just for the devotees and disciples to understand and get a higher cognition. So let us now see the Sakshi Pramana. You can see so many disciples and initiated devotees of Swamiji are manifesting the power of body scanning and sharing their experiences and results of how they are able to manifest these extraordinary powers. And now let us see a live demonstration of the power of body scanning being manifested in front of all of you now. So we'll be back with you in a few minutes, and you will be seeing and witnessing the Balasins and the Nithyananda Yogis of Kailasa manifesting this extraordinary Shakti of body scanning. So till then, all of you can post all your comments, whether you want a body scanning request all for this extraordinary power. You can call all of them and you can request for a body scanning, and we'll be back with the Balasins and the Nithyananda Yogis, and you can witness this extraordinary Shakti. So we thank all of you for joining us. Please stay tuned, and in a few minutes we'll be back.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda.
Yes. So let us now witness the extraordinary demonstration of the power of body scanning. So along with me here, I have Manitya Vijayeshananda, Manitya Jayeshananda, Manitya Brahmayogananda, and Ma Soni, who will be manifesting the power of body scanning for all of you today. So I request all of you to start posting your comments in the live chat. Okay, so Suresh Shah Aya has requested for a body scanning. So Maniki Jeshananda, you can do the body scanning for Suresh Shah Aya. Okay. So Carlos Santos Aya has requested for a body scanning for his mother, and his mother's name is Marilia Alves Parenti, and he has also specifically requested for a body scanning for the ongoing cough that she has had for many years and which has not been going away, and which doctors are also not able to find out the cause. So Maniti Brahmayogananda, you can do the body scanning for Marilia Alves Parenti. Okay, and Karthik Rajputaya has requested for a body scanning for his mother, and specifically he has asked, there's a red spot in her right eye since today morning. Please tell me something about that, if possible, the reason for that and the solution. So Soni, you can do the body scanning for Karthik Rajputaya's mother, and Karthik Rajputaya's mother's name is Sarika Rajput. So you can do the body scanning for Ma Sarika Rajput. Okay, so Magic Heal has posted, my name is Suchita. I want a body scanning. My body feels low. Always want to know the reason for it. Please help me with the body scanning. So Maniti Vijayeshananda, you can do the body scanning for Ma Suchita. And once any of you are ready, any of the Balasans or the Nithyananda Yogis, you can immediately start revealing what you're able to see.
Yes, so 5 centers, I'm done with the body scanning for your mother, Marilia Alvis Parenti. And what parents are revealed to me is that why she's having a cough for so many years is because her immune system is really weak. So even the little dust that goes inside makes her cough a lot. So parents are revealed that for some time till she makes her immune system strong, she should wear a mask and try her best to avoid to stay away from dusty places. And she should immediately start taking pastoral every day and neem this every day. And if it's possible, she should do the Prathama Vinyasa Krama, yoga also every day, and listen to satsang. Do all the spiritual practices Swami is telling. She doesn't have to do it as much as whatever is possible, she can do it. And till she starts building her immune system, she should wear a mask and stay away from dusty places. And her coughing will stop in 1 or 2 weeks.
Yes, so Carlos Antosaya, this is a body scanning for your mother, Ma Marilia. So I request you to get back and reveal whether you're able to relate with what Ma Brahma Yoga has revealed through her third eye. Yes, Maniti Jeshananda, you're ready. You can go ahead. And for Suresh Shah Aya, I request you to also translate it in Tamil.
Yes. Aya, so Paramashiva உங்களுக்கு நிறைய முடி கொட்டுது, அப்புறம் உங்க பாடி ஃபுல்லா எக்ஸ்பீரியன்சிங் வைட்டமின் டி டெஃபிஷியன்சி. அதுக்காக தான் உங்க பாடி ரொம்ப லைக் லோவா வீக்கா and நிறைய stomach issues இருக்கு. Gas, acidity, cramps எல்லாம் சேர்த்து stomach issues overall அவங்க பாடிக்கு இருக்கு. ஸோ அதுக்காக பரமசிவா என்ன ரிலீவ் பண்ணாரு, நீங்க you should start taking vegetarian food. You start taking vegetables and vegetarian food, nothing else. Junk food எடுக்கக்கூடாது. அப்புறம் ஹரிதாக்கையும் கேஸ்டர் ஆயிலும் ஹரிதாக்கி நைட் கேஸ்டர் ஆயில் மார்னிங். அப்புறம் முடி கொட்டுறதுக்காக என்னன்னா உங்க பாடி டூ மச் ஹீட்டால ஈவன் உங்களுக்கு ஹேர் லாஸ் எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் லாஸ். ஸோ அதுக்காக பரமசிவா என்ன யூஸ் பண்ணாங்கன்னா, நீங்க வெட் கிளாத் எடுத்து உங்க வயிறு நீங்க ஸோ இப்போ உங்களோட ஹீட் அப்சார்ப் பண்ணி அப்புறம் நிறைய தண்ணி எனி டைப் ஆஃப் ஃப்ளூயிட்ஸ் பட் த்ரூ தி டே நீங்க நிறைய தண்ணி ஹைட்ரேட்டடா வச்சுக்கணும் பாடி. ஏன்னா யூ ஹேவ் லைக் ட்ரைனஸ் ஆல்சோ. ஸோ இதுதான் பரமசிவா யூஸ் பண்ணுறாங்க.
Yes. So, Suresh Shaya, this is a body scanning for you. Manitya Jeshananda has revealed. I request you to get back in the chat and share with us whether you were able to relate with what Ma Jesha has revealed. Yes. And is anyone else ready? Yes, Masoni, you can also go ahead.
Nithyanandam, I did the body scanning for Sarika Rajput and Paramashiva revealed that you have too much heat in your body, ma. That's why the red mark in your eye and you have ulcers in your mouth. So Paramashiva revealed the solution as you should drink minimum 6 liter in a day or 8 liter maximum. Or you should take a haritaki in the night after eating your dinner.
Yes. So, Ma Sarika Rajput, this is a scanning for you, which was requested by Karthik Rajput. So, I request you to get back here whether you were able to relate with what Paramashiva has revealed through Masoni's study. Yes. Manati Vijayashananda, you can also go ahead.
So, I did the scanning for Ma Suchita. Now, what Paramashiva revealed regarding the reason as to why your body is feeling very low energy is number one, there is a lot of mental baggage that you hold, a lot of worrying that you're doing constantly, which is reflecting in your body. Number two, you are very inactive throughout the day, especially during the morning hours. You're very, very inactive, hence the entire of the day you feel very good. And these are the main two things that Paramashiva revealed. And the reason and the solution that Paramashiva revealed is number one, getting a lot of to break the laziness and boredom, to really push yourself by keeping small goals every day. Doesn't have to be something that's really big, but just having a couple of goals every day and making sure that you meet them. The low self-confidence that is being held will actually come out of it, and hence the worrying pattern that you're holding will start going away little by little. Number two, you should also make sure that there's a lot of water consumption that is happening throughout the day, especially in the morning hours. Make sure that you at least drink a liter or two of water, and you should also make sure that you're having more than 1 cup of neem juice in the morning. And going out for a walk, maybe out in fresh air. I understand the COVID restriction, so at least go to the balcony or the terrace in the morning. Have the area to go in the backyard, and that will also be really great. If you start practicing just being active throughout the day, right? Even just especially in the morning hours, you will be able to come out of this easily. And the weight or the heaviness that you're feeling in the body is another reason as to why your body is very, very low in energy, because your mindset has become that much. So you really have to come out of that. So try keeping small goals throughout the day and try meeting them. And once you start building up a self-confidence, each and everything that you are holding will actually start disappearing. You will actually become more active and more fresh than you feel present.
Yes. So, Ma Suchita, this was a very elaborate scan for you. I request you to get back and share with us whether you were able to relate with what Ma Vijayasha has revealed. Okay, so Carlos Santosaya has posted, Nithyanandamma, I will talk to my mother now. I have also wondered if the humidity in her room could be causing this. Thank you. Okay, so I request all of you to get back. And Manitya Gufpamananda Indra has posted, Nithyanandam, please scan why my hair is falling out. So Manitya Brahmayogananda, you can do the scanning for Manitya Gufpamananda. And Karthik Rajput has gotten back telling, okay, so that means it's not major problems. My mom needs to drink more water every day and that red spot will be removed. Yes. So, and he has also posted, thank you. Yes, Saya, just to drink more water, it is because of a lot of heat, is what Paramashiva reviewed. Okay, and Anasuya Padavatan has posted, Ma, please scan me, I'm very stressed. So, Manitya Jayananda, you can do the scanning for Anasuya Padavatan. Yes, you can go ahead.
Yes, I did the body scanning for my and my parents are revealed to me that why the hair is falling so much is because it's being pulled too much. So tying it too tight and otherwise also it's getting pulled too much. So you should start leaving a hair free as much as possible, and also you should put castor oil on your scalp, and you should make sure that you always have castor oil on your scalp, and you'll see that your hair will soon stop falling out.
Yes, so Maniti Guhapamananda, this is a solution for you, and this is the reason and the solution for why your hair is falling out. Yes, Majesha, you can go ahead.
So, Ma Anusuya, what Paramashiva is that you're stressing out too much because your thoughts and your mind is completely in the future. What's the future? How am I going to be in the future? And all the future thoughts and what all is the past. So, your mind is battling between the past and the future constantly. Hence, you're not able to do the work that is present at present. So you're getting your past and your future in your present, hence you're stressing out too much, and whatever outcome you're supposed to deliver is not happening. So what Paramashiva is that you have to do intense completion for it, and there are a lot of videos on YouTube regarding this completion, science of completion that Bhagavan is revealed, and you can see one of those videos and you can put the right method to do the completion, and it will really do you justice because you will be complete with the past. You'll be so peaceful for what all happened in your past. At the same time, you will not have thoughts regarding the future because Swamiji has always said that you have to live in the present. So whatever you do in the present and complete the past will impact whatever that's going to happen in the future as to what I want. So this is what I said.
Yes, so Ma Anusuya Padavatan, this is a scanning for you. So I request you to also get back. And Ma Suchita has gotten back telling, thank you so much. Yes, I can relate to it. We'll surely work on the things too. Yes. So just follow what Paramashiva has revealed as a solution and you will be completely healed. Yes. And with this, we thank all of you for joining us in today's Power Manifestation segment. And you can join back with us at 2 o'clock a.m. IST and 4 o'clock p.m. IST. And please stay tuned for the upcoming segments. We thank all of you for joining us. Thank you, Nithyanandam.
Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Yes, Nithyanandam everyone, welcome back. So we had an amazing power demonstration session by the Nithyananda yogis and Badasans. So now we'll be in the segment of this program of understanding more about the divine feminine consciousness, who is Devi Parashakti. So the Lalita Sahasranama very beautifully speaks about the form of Parashakti. So let us chant the Lalita Sahasranama. Sinduraruna vigraham trinayana manikya mauli spurat taranayaka shekaram smitamuki mapina bhakshoruham panibhyamalipurna ratna chasakam raktotpalam bibhratim saumyam ratna gatastha rakta charanam dhyayet paramambikam. The Divine Mother is to be meditated upon as shining in a vermilion red body, with triple eyes, sporting a crown of rubies studded with crescent moon, a face all smiles, a splendid bust, one hand holding a jewel cup brimming with med, and other twirling a red lotus. We also have one more Shastra Pramana which says, Arunam Karuna Tarangitakshim Dritapashangusha Pushpabhana Chapa Animahadiviravritham Mayukai Rahamityeva Vibhavaye Bhavani. I meditate on the great Empress. She is red in color and her eyes are full of compassion, and holds the noose, the gourd, the bow, and the flowery arrow in her hands. She is surrounded on all sides by powers such as anima for race, and she is the self within me. Yes. So if you see how beautifully Parashakti is actually explained in these verses. So Devi, the ultimate pure feminine consciousness. Parashakti is the cosmic mother, and it is her cosmic womb from which billions and billions of universes comes out and goes in. So source where the big bang and black holes goes on. Parashakti is the source Shakti, the source energy, the source power from which all of us came, in which all of us are even now, in which all of us are literally going to merge. So out of her extreme love and compassion, Parashakti herself is manifesting through the embodied form as the Nija Avatara of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Nithyananda Paramashivam, who is gracing us, answering all our questions, who is attending to our prayers, who is giving boons, healing us, revealing our past, present, and future, delivering profound spiritual truths, and ultimately giving us the experience of Paramashivoham itself. So, in the words of Parashakti herself, where during the Akashic reading session on the 12th of May 2021, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism revealed that raising as Omkara, expressing as Vedas and Agamas, blossomed as Hrinkara, filled as Parashodashi, living in 40 triangles, the Kailasa Swamini, who is in Kailasa, Sripura Chintamani, Parashodashi, sitting as a part of Paramashiva, Parameshwari, who rules the world, Paramashakti, Manonmani, Meenakshi, as Nithyananda, I took the Nija Avatara here to give good boons to everyone, to bestow all the goodness. Hiranya Garbha, Swarupini, Brahmanda Yoni, Shami, Chandramauli, Rapala, Aparna, Uma Parvati, Savitri, Navayavana, Samraja Lakshmi, Parameshwari, Parashodashi, Meenakshi, taking the form of Nithyananda, I came here as Nija Avatara. With great compassion, I am blessing, listen, people to do good to all of you. I took the form of Nithyananda and came down as Nija Avatara. Again, on the 30th of April, Parashakti revealed, raising in Omkara, blossoming as Shiva, Shiva manifesting as source of existence, powers of existence, expression of existence. From the oneness of Om, blossoming into two as Prakriti and Purusha, blossoming as three Shaktis, the Icha Shakti, Kriya Shakti, Jnana Shakti, growing as 4 Vedas, expanding as 5 Panchabhutas, beyond the 6 chakras, filled as Gotras of 7 Rishis, expanded as 8 directions, existing as 9 Grahas, blossoming as 10 Indriyas, being as 11 Rudras, creating all the worlds, bringing life, to tell and make truth blossom and to do good, Parashodashi, Meenakshi, in the form of Nithyananda, I came to bless every one of you. Yes. So very beautifully how the Supreme Pontiff himself, as Parashakti herself, revealed how she is expressing herself to the whole cosmos. So literally, how to receive Devi Parashakti. So literally, you are seeing Paramashiva and Parashakti at the same moment. And she is there in front of your screen. So always receive her very traditionally. So Bhagavan himself has beautifully said, keep 2 betel leaf, 1 banana, 1 betel nut, and 1 coin in front of the screen, and watch and have the darshan of Parashakti. So the coin is actually considered as a traditional dakshina, and in Hindu tradition, it can be of any lowest value. For example, in India, it can be even 1 paise. In US, it can be even 1 cent. So Bhagavan very beautifully says, if you keep 1 cent, after 100 days it will become $1. And after you offer that and after the darshan is over, you can do namaskar to Parashakti. And you can eat the banana, the betel leaf and betel nut and take it as prasadam and share it with your loved ones immediately. And you can collect all those coins which you offered as dakshina. You can send it to the Los Angeles temple. So this betel leaf, this betel nut, it may look too small for all of us, but in a few days you will see how it deeply adds that feeling connection to Parashakti, and you will never take the darshan for granted. So as you do this as a ritual, it will just break your monotonous, unconscious mentality and lifestyle. And it will literally remind you and will raise you to the powerful cognition. So it will break your unconscious behavior. Literally, it will add more and more and more feeling connection to Parashakti. When you just wait with the Kanika, when you wait with all these things arranged in the plate, waiting for the darshan to receive Parashakti. So this is exactly how you need to set up the tambulam. So 2 betel leaves with 1 banana, 1 betel nut and 1 coin. You can also have 1 coconut. So this is how exactly you need to set up the tambulam, the traditional way of receiving Parashakti before the darshan. So you can actually set up these all these items on a plate and then keep it right in front of the camera and prepare before the screen opens for Devi Parashakti to start our Akashic reading revelations to the world. Yes. So with that, let us understand more about what are Akashic records before we get on to the next segment. So we'll be right back after a short break.
I invite all of you to get involved and enjoy Hinduism by the principle of Dharmo Rakshati Rakshitaha. When you protect Dharma, Dharma protects you. We will make the whole planet flourish spiritually. The spiritual prosperity will happen to the whole planet. We all have to coexist together.
We get you health. We get you ability to build beautiful relationships in your life. We get you direct spiritual support and we make sure you become wealthy. We won't stop giving you just good life. We will literally not stop till you live enlightened life.
Yes. So welcome back. So let us understand now more about what are Akashic records. So Akashic records are the records which are created in space. So whatever has happened in time is there as a file. So nothing can be destroyed. So please understand, none of your actions, thoughts, your plans, your emotions, your words, nothing can be destroyed. So Akashic records are the cosmic archives of everything happened, happening, and will happen. Yes. So Akashic records are the verbal, the visual, the 5-dimensional document. So whatever is happening is continuously getting recorded in the cosmos. So all the information you collected from all your births is actually recorded in your DNA. So you can access some of them just to understand and not to waste your time doing the same actions again and again. And that is why when you have the Akashic reading session directly from Parashakti, you will not waste your time and you will actually directly know what should you do and what is the purpose of your life and how to manifest your future. So exactly Parashakti reveals it very, very precisely. So it is not a prediction. It is not a prediction. It is a reading from the cosmic archives. So there is no such thing as past, present, and future. So beyond space, creation and destruction happen simultaneously. So in the dimension of time starts the past, the present, and the future. So, but in Akashic records, if you see, there is no past, no present, no future. Whatever has happened, whatever is happening, and whatever is yet to happen is already very, very clearly recorded. And that is what is revealed to us. Yes. So in Swamiji's own words, what are Akashic records? What is an Akashic reading? So he says, nobody has the right to comment on these readings. Nobody has a right to manipulate these readings. Nobody has a right to interpret, comment on these readings. So they are complete unto themselves. For anybody to live in tune with the cosmos, the Jivan Mukti, living enlightenment, it does not need any special practice other than listening to these great readings again and again. So when you listen to these great readings, naturally, your negative logic is actually penetrated. It is broken. And these great truths, they settle in your inner space and they make you live enlightenment. Yes. So as an avatar of Paramashiva, the supreme point of Hinduism, has literally graced humanity with the blessings and darshan in the form of Devi Parashakti, revealing answers to all your questions of the yearning of seekers as solutions, as breakthroughs, liberating humanity from pain, from suffering. So any answer which is given by Parashakti is not just an answer as we all think. So if you ask a question and she's giving an answer, no. So it is a karmic breakthrough that is given to the receiver. So we have the Shastra Pramana, scriptural reference for the Akashic records. So from the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, it says, Akasham Vimalam Pashyan Krutva Drishtim Nirantaram Shabdhatma Takshanad Devi Bhairavam Vapurapnuyat. Bhagavan Paramashiva says, looking at the spotless infinite etheric space, Akasha, beyond the sky and clouds, one should fix one's gaze without blinking continuously and make the body and inner space steady and motionless. In that very moment, O Devi, one attains the nature and powers of the infinite space, Bhairava. So this is the scriptural reference for the manifestation of the power of Akashic reading. And next is we have the Apta Pramana from the time-tested experiences of the Aptas, the Siddhas. So here we have a reference from the Hindu Purana Mahabharata, which narrates the story of the sage Maitreya, who reveals the secret to Vidura. So Vidura, so his story of his birth in the human form and reasons for all his suffering in that birth. So he says, the sage Maitreya says he accessed the Akashic records of Vidura and told him that he was not an ordinary man, but in fact he was an incarnation of the Lord of Death, the Yamaraja. So he was to play the part of so-called Sudra for 100 years, being cursed by the Manduka Muni. So because of the curse, he had to come back in the human world. So that is the Apta Pramana. And next is Bhagavan who beautifully says the benefits. Whatever you collected from all your births is actually engraved in your DNA, in your biomemory. So you can access some of them just to understand and not to waste your time again and again doing the same thing. So accessing this DNA code, reading the Akashic records, it will be useful for you to be liberated from your default future, bringing an end to binding cognitions, known and unknown sufferings, leading you to experience the ultimate enlightenment, Paramashivoham. So if you see, only an avatar can actually access, he can only alter the Akashic records. See, all the initiated Balasans, the Nithyananda yogis, they can view the Akashic records. However, only an avatar can alter, he can edit, upgrade and change the Akashic records. So during the darshan and dikshas, the Supreme Pontiff blesses and upgrades the Akashic records as per the prayer of the devotee. Yes. So the next most important and beautiful, interesting thing is, what can you ask in an Akashic reading? So most of you will be wondering, what question can I ask to Parashakti? Can I ask this question? If I ask, what will be revealed? So all these things will be there. So the most accurate and the unbiased answer to any question about your life, purpose of your life, your destiny, or any everyday part of your life, you can be asked to Parashakti. And being healed of any kind of a health condition you have, physical health, mental health problem, emotional problems, just with a look, darshan of Parashakti, she just heals you. And you can understand just by having the Akashic reading the reasons behind the happenings of your life. And you can receive blessings to fulfill the right desires, not all the desires, right desires, and getting the clarity to redesign your future. So this is what exactly you can actually ask in an Akashic reading session. So you can actually post it in the comment section in the YouTube live stream, and you can ask about the purpose of your life, what is the future of your life, what is your destiny, and for healing of any kind of a disease which you are suffering from. So any question you can actually ask the Parashakti when she is gracing us, and literally you will be actually blessed to have the auspicious blessings directly from the Cosmic Mother. Yes. So with that, we'll be moving on to the next segment after a short break.
Space of Paramashiva, powers of Paramashiva, being of Paramashiva. Whole world should become Kailasians.
I want the whole world to know Hindus have something great to contribute to the world. We have something great to contribute to the world. Let us do that.
Kailasa is proper customized spiritual service helping you to identify your root patterns of suffering. We have perfected the science of helping every individual from every cultural, religious, nationality background. You will have lowest reactionary assumptions, highest awakened response, alive response for life continuously. Kailasa is enlightenment ecosystem, literally enlightenment itself in your own home, wherever you are. Proper customized spiritual service helping you to complete with your life negativity, withdrawal from life, self-hatred, self-denial, self-doubt, so much of tiredness, laziness. We can support you aligning your diet, your attitude, your aptitude, your understanding about life. We can help you with everything. If you are interested in enlightenment, we will immediately bring this to you. If you are not interested, we will explain the whole science, inspire you and make you interested in enlightenment time. We need to cater this enlightenment science to the whole world wherever they are, because enlightenment is the birthright of all human beings. Kailasa is responsible to provide that to all human beings. Kailasa is the totality of the knowledge I received from my gurus and practice manifested in my life, perfected by teaching millions of people from all cultures, time zones, backgrounds, genders, nationality, race, from every creed. So this absolutely perfected knowledge available to you, served to you in your home without even you moving out of your.
Yes, Nithyananda, welcome back. So now let us understand. So we actually understood what are Akashic records and who is Parashakti, what is the divine feminine consciousness about. So now most of you who are actually logging in for the very first time will have a doubt. So how to ask a question to Devi Parashakti in an Akashic reading session in the various social media platforms. So let us now understand. So if you go on to the YouTube and the YouTube channel, you can actually go and type out Kailasa's HDH Nithyananda and you can click on to the join button and become a member. So first thing, you can subscribe to the channel and you can click on to the join button to become a member. And once you become a member, now you have the beautiful opportunity to ask any question, like in terms of health, wealth, your business, your relationships, or your life, your purpose, your destiny, whatever you have as a question to Parashakti, you can ask it in the comment section. So you can ask a question. So it allows you to post your questions only after you become a member. So join as a member in the official YouTube channel, Kailasa's HDH Nithyananda channel, and then after that you have the opportunity beautifully to ask the questions in the comment section. Yes. So the next social media platform where you can connect to Parashakti and have her blessings is the Facebook. So you can go to the Facebook if you have not been following the page, Kailasa's HDH Nithyananda Paramashivam page, please type out and start following the page by liking and following the Kailasa's HDH Nithyananda Paramashivam page. So after you do that, and once you are a member of the page, or once you become a regular viewer of the page, then you can actually ask your questions in the comment section under the live stream, and you can post your questions right here, which is actually noted in the slide. So the one thing you need to do is follow the page and post your questions in the comment section under the live stream. The next social media platform is the official Twitter channel of at Sri Nithyananda. So you can actually go to the Twitter app and you can follow at Sri Nithyananda on the Twitter. Once you follow the Twitter account, then you can actually ask your questions in the reply section of the tweet under the live stream with the hashtag Ask the Avatar. Actually, Parashakti, she literally sees all these platforms. She attends to all the questions of all the devotees in all these platforms. So you can actually ask your questions in YouTube, Facebook, and next is the Twitter. And the next platform which you can ask your questions, post your questions, is the Instagram. So go to the Instagram Sri Nithyananda, type out and follow Sri Nithyananda on the Instagram. And once you follow Sri Nithyananda, you can ask your questions in the comment section, so under the live stream. So when the live Parashakti Akashic reading is going on, so you can actually go to that live notification. Under that live stream, you can post your questions. And one next opportunity is you can actually search for Kailasa.org, the official website, and ask questions on the WhatsApp chat. So it's a beautiful opportunity. Once you log into the website, you will be guided to the WhatsApp. An automatic response will be given, and immediately you can post your questions to Parashakti when the live Akashic reading session is going on. So you can log into the website and ask your questions here in the WhatsApp chat. So these are the various ways by which you can connect to Parashakti when the live Akashic reading is going on. So you can ask your questions in YouTube by joining as a member of the Kailasa's HDH Nithyananda Paramashivam channel. You can actually follow the Facebook page, official page, and post your questions under the live stream. You can also follow at Sri Nithyananda in the Twitter, and you can post your questions, tweet with the reply hashtag Ask the Avatar. Then you can ask under the Instagram. You can also ask in the WhatsApp chat of the Kailasa.org website. So various ways where Devi is actually extending her arms. And she's literally waiting to shower us with all her blessings and auspiciousness. So let us get ready. So if you have not become a member, if you have not followed one of the Facebook pages or Twitter or Instagram, right now you can go ahead and do that. Take a few minutes and do, and we'll be right back after a short break.
Listen intensely. Life, consciousness in you does not end while your body drops dead. It moves from different universes, vertical time zones, lives in different time zones as per its free will, knowledge, desire, but ultimately to get enlightened, complete liberation, Paramashiva Padam, your soul has to come back to this karma bhumi, the Bhumandala. This Bhumandala and the Jati ecosystems, the caste ecosystems, Hindu, Jnana, Sannyasa, Yoga, Grihastha, multiple spiritual ecosystems are created for the souls to come back and rebirth and grow more and more towards enlightenment easily, quickly, in accelerated speed and space. Understand the secret of Sayujya Mukti. Your Kundalini Shakti experiences the bondage inside your body due to compulsive sexual appetite. All the male bodies building intense yogic body through yoga and pranayama, building the mind of Tyaga-centric, will heal your compulsive sexual appetite and make you reach Sayujya. All female bodies, love-centered care, serving every being, will liberate you from the compulsive sexual appetite and make your Kundalini reach Sahasrara, which is Kailasa, Paramashivapada, Sayujya.
Yes, welcome back. So this session, so this segment, we will be actually listening to the exact revelation by Parashakti during an Akashic reading and how she has revealed about the benefit, about the importance and significance of having the neem flower. So let us now first listen to Parashakti, and followed by that we'll be having the translation to what Parashakti exactly revealed.
That comes from memory. The way you cognize you, your inner image, சத்யயுகம் பிறந்திட
பெரியாத்தா சிலம்பாத்தா பெரும்பாத்தா அடும்பாடியாத்தா மேல்மலையனூர் வாழ்பவளே அங்காளியாத்தா கன்னியாத்தா பொன்னியாத்தா சேனியாத்தா சீயாத்தா திரௌபதியாத்தா நீ தென்குமரி நின்ற எங்க பகவதியாத்தா செல்லாத்தா பூவாத்தா நகாத்தா தேனாத்தா அழகும் பார்த்தா நீ ஆயிரமாய் பேர் படுத்த மாறியாத்தா சேமாத்தா மாசானியாத்தா நீ சேலம் ஜில்லா ஆளுகின்ற கோட்டையாத்தா குன்னாத்தா கோனியாத்தா நாச்சியாத்தா பேச்சியாத்தா வடிவுடையாத்தா நீ ஆதி பராசக்தி என்னும் ஒரு ஊராத்தா செல்லாத்தா பூவாத்தா நகாத்தா தேனாத்தா அழகும் பார்த்தா நீ ஆயிரமாய் பேர் படுத்த மாறியாத்தா கொல்லியாத்தா வள்ளியாத்தா தில்லையாத்தா கோலவிழியாத்தா நீ கொங்கு நாட்டு தங்கமடி தண்டு மாறியாத்தா படவேட்டா பாளையத்தா ஆலயத்தா சாலையாத்தா பண்ணாரியாத்தா அடிவேம்பு தேடி ஏறுகின்ற வேம்புலியாத்தா செல்லாத்தா பூவாத்தா நகாத்தா தேனாத்தா அழகும் பார்த்தா நீ ஆயிரமாய் பேர் படைச்ச மாறியாத்தா கண்ணாத்தா பொன்னாத்தா சீமாத்தா பாலாத்தா கண்ணபுரத்தா நீ கோடி கோடி கண் படைச்ச வருபவளே நல்லவளே மாறியளே எங்க நடுவூரு நாயகியே
Shambhavi, Parameshwari, Jagannayaki Jagadishwari, Shambhavi Shankari, Shyamala Meenakshi, Parashakti, Nithyanandan Uyirdangi, உலகிற்கெல்லாம் நித்திய ஆனந்தம் அளித்திட நிறைந்து மலர்கின்றேன். மக்காள் கேளுங்காள். இவ்வுலகில் நிகழ்ந்திருக்கும் இப்பெரும் பிரளயத்து துக்கம் எல்லாவற்றிலிருந்தும் உங்களை காத்துக் கொண்டிட உபாயம் அருளுகின்றேன். உள்ளபடி கேளுங்கள். மக்காள், நடக்கும் பெரும் பிரளயம் புத்துலகை படைத்திட சத்தியயுகம் பிறந்திட சங்கரனார் செய்யும் சதிராட்டமப்பா. மானுட ஜாதியினர் பூமாதேவிக்கு செய்த துரோகங்கள், துக்கங்கள், துயரங்கள் மீளாது செய்திட்ட மாளா கொடுமைகள் எல்லாவற்றிருந்தும் இயற்கையை மீட்டெடுத்து புத்துலகம் செய்து வைக்க சங்கரனார் முடிவெடுத்தார். அதன் காரணமாய் நிகழ்கின்றது இப்பெரும் பிரளயம். மூடர்கள் எல்லாம் ஒருவரோடொருவர் முட்டி ஒருவரை ஒருவர் சாய்த்து தங்களுக்குள் தானே அழிவார். மக்காள், பரமசிவன் பதம் பிடித்து நித்திய வாழ்வடைந்து கைலாச போகத்தொடு, கைலாச தோகத்தொடு, கைலாச யோகத்தொடு கைலாச வாசிகளாய் கைலாச சக்தியொடு வாழ்ந்திடுவீர் வளமாக. நன்றாய் கேட்டிடுங்கள். உச்சந்தலை தீயிலே மஞ்சள் காப்பிட்டு உள்நாக்கில் வெப்பம்பூ இடித்து நெஞ்சில் நிர்விகல்ப நிலையில் இருந்து அடிவயிற்றில் புற்றுமன்னும் குதிகாலில் வீண் வெங்காயமும் நிறுத்தி காப்பிட்டு நிதந்தோறும் உறங்கத் துவங்குவீர். நிர்விகல்ப நிலையிலேயே நீங்களெல்லாம் நிலை பெற்று துரியத்தில் இருந்திட பரமேஸ்வரி அருள் செய்கின்றேன். இது ஒன்றே இப்பிரளயத்திருந்து பிரளயத்தின் பெரும்போக்காம் வியாதிகள், துக்கங்கள், ரோகங்கள், கருமங்கள், மன உளைச்சலொடு அழுத்தங்கள் எல்லாவற்றிருந்தும் விடுபட்டிட இனிமையான வழி சொன்னேன். கேளுங்கள் மக்காள். கேடில் வாழ்வமையும் ஞானத்தின் பூரணமும் பரமசிவபதமும் தருகின்றோம். நின்று நிலையாக நித்யானந்தத்தொடு வாழ்வீர். என்றென்றும் உங்களோடு யானிருந்து காப்பேன். கவலை வேண்டாம். வனா அஜந்தன் உனக்கு வந்திட்ட ஏழரை ராகுவொடு கோடி கொடுந்துக்கம் இழைக்கவே எழுந்தருளியிருக்கின்றது. குருநாதனைப் பற்றி that comes from your muscle memory. But the way you cognize you, your inner image, that comes from your
So what exactly Parashakti has revealed? So Devi's word exactly translated here. So listen intensely. Parashakti has revealed. Apply turmeric in forehead. Intake flowers of neem in your inner tongue. Be in unclutched state in your heart. Have the anthill soil in your lower abdomen. Onion in your heels as a protection. And go to sleep every day. You will be established in Nirvikalpa state and be in the state of Turiya. Parameshwari, I am blessing you all. Only this is the sweet way to get rid of diseases, sufferings, ailments, karmas, mental stress, depression of this pralaya. Oh people, listen. Life without any hardships will happen. I am giving you the completion of enlightenment and Paramashiva Padam. Let you live in Nithyananda with stability. Always I will be with you and protect you. Don't worry. So this is what exactly Parashakti has revealed, that the importance of applying turmeric in forehead, having the neem flowers in your inner tongue. So let us actually analyze this one concept what Parashakti revealed. So having the neem flower. So in one more satsang, in her Akashic reading, she has also revealed how to sit in Padmasana. So let us also listen to that small video clip and come back.
You will be able to sit in Padmasana like me. Eat the rice with a neem flower. This is the instruction for all the humanity. Neem flower and the rice will heal your body and remove all the pains, induce flexibility, samana and prana, detox your body and clear apana. Om.
Yes, so this is one more Akashic reading revelation from Parashakti herself. So where she says, you will be able to sit in Padmasana like me. So eat the rice with neem flower, and this is the instruction for all humanity. Neem flower and rice will heal the body and remove all the pains, induce flexibility, samana, prana, detox your body and clear the apana. So this is the significance of the neem flower. Bhagavan Parashakti herself has actually revealed. So if you eat this every day, you'll be able to literally sit very comfortably in Padmasana, heal your body, and your body will become more and more flexible. So if you see the neem tree, these are the various benefits of the neem flower. So neem tree offers several health benefits. So all parts of this tree are useful and known for its medicinal use. So the flowers, just like the neem leaves, have plenty of therapeutic benefits, which explains its many uses in its Ayurvedic medicines since ages. So neem itself has such a medicinal value, and it actually is a very important part of the Ayurvedic medicine. So what is the first benefit of the neem flower? So as Parashakti revealed, so neem flowers help in improving your digestive health. So they are used mainly in their dry powdered form for cooking. So it can also be included in its fried, boiled, dried, roasted forms in rice dishes and in sauces for therapeutic purposes. So you can actually use this neem flower every day for your digestive health. So next is for your weight loss. So neem flowers are extremely effective in losing fat, mostly from the belly area. So any one of you who want to lose weight, so the flower is known for its potential properties, helping in the fat breakdown. So you can actually ingest this neem flower in the powdered form for your weight loss as well. And dried flowers, they can be powdered and consumed every morning, mixed in a glass of warm water, and it helps in cleansing your liver and removes unwanted toxins in your body, literally detoxes your body, and it is literally good for liver health as it purifies your liver. And next most important thing is it detoxes your blood. So dried neem flowers in their powdered form can be consumed every morning with a glass of water, and it helps in blood detoxification and it purifies the body internally. That means clearer and glowing complexion. So anyone who wants a very clear glowing complexion, you can actually have this neem flower every day, as how Parashakti herself revealed. So not only flexibility, not only you'll be able to sit in Padmasana, it has innumerous benefits as given by the various rishis and siddhas of ancient ages. So the next benefit of neem flower is it improves metabolism. So consuming the neem flowers on a regular basis, it helps in improving your metabolic rate. So it improves blood circulation. It is good for your immunity, and it literally offers great positivity. So once you cleanse your body, it literally actually gives you a fresh feeling, detoxing your whole body, your whole blood, your liver, and all the organs, internal organs of your body. So neem flowers are also used in the treatment of belching, nausea, anorexia, and intestinal worm. So especially for deworming. So this neem flower and neem leaf is very, very good remedy. So Ayurveda says that leaves are magical for the eyes and beneficial for treating headaches and the skin. So we also have one of the scientific references which says neem flowers caused hypolipidemic effects when administered on rabbits. So the dietary neem flowers caused a marked increase in glutathione transferase activity in the liver and also possesses chemopreventive potential on the mammary and liver carcinogenesis. So in turn, it actually prevents cancer. So it acts as an anti-carcinogenic agent. So every day when you have this, it leads to a potential anti-mutagen against various carcinogens that may lead to cancer in your body. So neem flower is considered as an antiseptic that can cleanse your system, and it is also known to cure skin impurities when it is applied on your skin. So here is where how to take this neem flower. So Ayurveda says during the summer, the month of Chittirai, as a tradition, neem flower, jaggery and salt, they can be mixed and they can be eaten. So when you have it in this form, it balances heat in your body and it balances the pitta in your body. And boiling the water with neem flower, it just strengthens your liver. And for children, it is an excellent remedy for deworming. So they literally say Vepampu Kashayam. So when you boil the neem leaf, neem flower and the neem leaf in the water, and when you make it into a concoction and you drink it, it literally deworms, especially in small children and toddlers. So for immunity, you need to soak the flower in buttermilk with salt. And 3 days, you need to have it like that. So soak the neem flower in buttermilk, and 3 days if you have this, literally you will see your immunity starts increasing, and it literally acts as an immune booster. So you need to store it in an airtight container. It can be roasted in gingerly oil and it can be consumed regularly. So for your immunity. And you can just soak the flower in water overnight. And early morning, if you start drinking that water, it will literally strengthen your body, strengthen your immune system. And to balance the pitta, you just need to roast the neem flowers in ghee, and it can be made as a traditional dish. It is called tuvayal in Tamil with curry leaves. So with the curry leaves, you can also add the neem flower and make it into a dish with the ghee, and you can eat it for balancing the pitta in your body. Yes, so these are the various ways with which we can actually have the neem flower. So you can actually make it, drink it in the boiling water, make it as a concoction and drink it, or you can fry it in ghee, make it into a powder and eat it with your food. You can, as how Parashakti revealed, you can mix it with rice and have it neem flower rice. You can roast it in gingerly oil and it can be consumed regularly. So this thing has to be actually stored in an airtight container so that you can use it for meals. Yes, so these are the various ways with which we can actually benefit and increase our immunity, increase our digestive capacity, metabolic rate by having the neem flower, exactly how Parashakti has to be. So with that, we come to the conclusion of this segment, and we'll be moving on to the next segment after a short break.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Devi Parashakti's revelation that we are going to understand and internalize today is when Devi Parashakti revealed the sacred secret of Hindu birth. Of all the different types of birth, being born as a human is the greatest gift. And of being born in the human body, being born to a Hindu parents is the greatest of the greatest gifts. And it comes with a certain responsibility. So now let us listen to Devi Parashakti's revelation of the sacred secret of Hindu birth, and we will also be sharing the translation of what Devi Parashakti has revealed. Let us listen to this.
நன்றாய் கேட்டுக்கொள். உன் கேள்விக்கு உன்மூலமாய் உலகெங்கும் இருக்கும் இந்துக்கள் எல்லோர்க்கும் அளிக்கின்றேன் உத்திரம். கேட்டு வாழ்ந்தால் உங்கள் வாழ்க்கை பத்திரம். நன்றாய் கேளுங்கள். பிறப்பின் ரகசியத்தை பிறப்பிலா பெருமை உடைய பரமேஸ்வரி சொல்லுகின்றேன் கேளுங்கள். அண்டஜம், யோனிஜம், ஜலஜம், பீஜம் எனும் 4 விதமான பிறவிகளில் 84,000 யோனிகளில் பிறக்கும் பிறப்புகளிலேயே பெருமை வாய்ந்ததும் உத்தமமானதும் மனித பிறவி. அந்த மனித பிறவியிலும் பலமுறை பிறந்து உழன்று அரசியல், பொருளாதாரம், சுகபோகம், தர்மம், அர்த்தம், காமம் எனும் ஆசைகள், துக்கங்கள், அச்சங்கள் அனைத்திலும் அழன்று உழன்று இனி வேண்டாம் இப்பிறவி, வேண்டுவது மோட்சமே என்று முடிவெடுத்தோர்க்கு மட்டுமே ஹிந்து மத யோனிஜம், ஹிந்து பெற்றோர்க்கு பிறந்திடும் சனாதன ஹிந்து தர்ம யோனிஜம், மனித பிறவி உத்தமம், சனாதன ஹிந்து தர்ம மனித பிறவி உத்தமோத்தமம். இந்த உத்தமோத்தம பிறவி எடுத்த எல்லோருக்கும் ஜீவன் முக்த விஞ்ஞானத்தையும் சனாதன தர்மத்தையும் காக்கின்ற கடமையும் உண்டு. அதனால் வருகின்ற நன்மையெல்லாம் அனுபவிக்கும் உரிமையும் உண்டு. இந்த கடமையை செய்வோம் என்று சத்தியம் செய்ததனால்தான் அந்த உரிமை அளிக்கப்பட்டது. பூமிக்கு வந்தபின் மனம் மயங்கி மதிமயங்கி சனாதன தர்மம் காக்க மறந்ததனால் மாயை அவர்கள் உயிரை பறிக்கின்றாள். நன்றாய் புரிந்து கொள்ளுங்கள். உயிரை கொடுத்தாலும் தர்மத்தை காப்போம் என்று உறுதி எடுத்தவர்க்கே சனாதன ஹிந்து தர்ம யோனிஜம் அளிக்கின்றேன் யான். உடல் பெற்ற பிறகு ஊழிப் பெருவலியால் ஆசை அச்சங்களை உதறவிடாது, உதறியும் விடாது சனாதன ஹிந்து தர்மம் காக்க மறந்தோரை உயிர் வாழத் தகுதியில்லாதவர் பட்டியலில் உடனடியாய் மாயை சேர்க்கின்றாள். அதனால் ராட்சசர்களும் அசுரர்களும் தானாகவே இவர்கள் உயிரை எடுக்கின்றார். நன்றாய் புரிந்து கொள்ளுங்கள். உயிரை கொடுத்தாலும் தர்மம் காப்போம் என்று நிற்பவர்க்கு நிலைத்திடும் வீரஸ்வர்க்கமும் கைலாச பதவியும், எக்காரணம் கொண்டும் தர்மம் காக்க மறந்த உத்தமோத்தம ஜனனமான சனாதன ஹிந்து ஜனனம் பெற்ற மக்களுக்கு இல்லை வேறு கதி. சனாதன ஹிந்து தர்ம மனித ஜனனம் உத்தமோத்தம மனித ஜனனம். உங்கள் உரிமை உலகில் அதிகம், உங்களுக்கு கடமையும் உலகில் பெரிது. தர்மம் காத்தாலே கடமை, தர்மம் காக்காதார்க்கு உயிர் வாழும் உரிமை இல்லை. நன்றாய் புரிந்து கொள்ளுங்கள். உத்தமோத்தம பிறவியான சனாதன ஹிந்து தர்ம பிறவி எடுத்த எல்லோரும் புரிந்து கொள்ளுங்கள். உங்கள் வாழ்வின் முதற்கடமை தர்மம் காத்தல். தர்மம் காக்க தர்மம் உங்களை காக்கும். சனாதன ஹிந்து தர்மம் காக்க மறந்திட்டால் வாழும் உரிமையை நீங்கள் இழந்து விடுகின்றீர்கள். அதற்கு மேல் வாழ்ந்தென்ன அழிந்தென்ன? பூமிக்கு பாரம் குறையட்டும் என்று அசுரர்களும் ராட்சதர்களும் உங்களை உண்டு தீர்க்கின்றார்கள். அதையும் மாயை கண்டு சும்மாவிருப்பாள். பிரபஞ்ச ரகசியத்தை, பிறவியின் ரகசியத்தை உலகிற்கெல்லாம் உத்தரமாய்ச் சொல்லிவிட்டேன். புரிந்து வாழ்வில் நடந்து உயிரை பத்திரமாய் பார்த்துக் கொள்ளுங்கள். அன்னை சொல்லும் அருள் சத்தியம் இது. ஓம் ஓம் ஓம்.
The translation of what the Parashakti revealed. Listen. Andajam, Yonijam, Chalajam, Bijam. Like this, in 4 types of birth, 84 lakh yonis. In all these births, the most greatest of the greatest birth of them all is the human birth. Andajam means born from a egg, like that. Yonijam, born from a yoni. Jalajam is born from water. Bijam is born from seed. So beings can come into existence either from the egg or from the yoni, means which is the womb, or from water or from a seed. Like this, 4 types of births, 84 lakh yonis. There are different types of wombs. And in all these births, the most greatest of the birth is human birth. Now, even in that human birth, being born and toiled many times, after getting burnt and toiled in politics and finance and luxuries and dharma, artha and kama. And those who decide of not wanting this birth at all, wanting only moksha, only those will have the Hindu dharma yonijam. Sanatana Hindu dharma yonijam of being born to Hindu parents. Human birth is Uttamam, the best. Sanatana Hindu Dharma, the human birth is Uttamottamam, the best of the best. Everyone who took this Uttamottama birth has the responsibility of protecting the signs of living enlightenment and Sanatana, the Hindu Dharma. And also, they have the right of experiencing its benefits. This right was given to them because of the commitment given to them to do this responsibility. So they have that right, and this right was given to them because of the commitment that was given to them. Now, after coming to Bhuloka, now by getting mentally deluded and forgetting the dharma of protecting Sanatana Hindu Dharma, Maya, she is taking away their soul. Understand carefully. I am giving Sanatana Hindu Dharma Yonijam only for those who gave that commitment of protecting Sanatana Hindu Dharma, even by giving their life. After getting the body, because of the painful deluge, not dropping fear and greed for those who forget to protect the Dharma, Maya, she will immediately add them to the list of those who are not worthy of living. Therefore, Rakshasas and Asuras are automatically taking away their life. Understand properly. For those who stand that even by giving their life, they will protect Sanatana Hindu Dharma, will permanently have Veera Swarga, they will reach heaven, and Kailasa, the Kailasa Padavi, the space of Kailasa. For any reason, people who forget to protect Dharma, having the Uttama birth of Sanatana Hindu birth, there is no other way for them. Sanatana Hindu Dharma human birth is the Uttama human birth. Your rights in this world are immense, and also your responsibility in the world is large. Protecting Dharma is your responsibility. Those who do not protect Dharma, they do not have the right to live. Understand properly. All those who took the Uttamottama birth, which is the Sanatana Hindu Dharma birth, all of you understand. The first responsibility of your life is protecting Dharma. If you protect Dharma, Dharma will protect you. If you forget to protect Sanatana Hindu Dharma, you lose the very right of living. After that, who bothers and what bothers whether you are alive or dead? Asuras and Rakshasas will eat you so that the burden on the earth is reduced. Seeing that, Maya will just keep quiet. Now, let us take a moment to understand the responsibilities of a Hindu. If I am born to a Hindu parent and if I am a living, practicing Hindu, what are the responsibilities I have? And in this context, we want to share the importance of the need of a Hindu nation. How the Hindus have lost the Hindu nation and the responsibilities that we have in reviving re-establishing the Hindu nation on the planet Earth. Now, a short introduction to Hinduism. Hinduism represents the world's most ancient yet progressive indigenous spiritual tradition. It is an open framework model of civilization that stands for global peace, vegetarianism, non-violence, yoga, worship of nature, temple-based living, manifesting spiritual powers, inherent divinity of every being. Now, the Hindu nations were ecosystems where more and more enlightened beings could be produced so that the enlightened civilization would be kept alive with and its great gifts shared with the world. Now let's take a look at some of the references of the Hindu nation from the Hindu scriptures. The first reference is from Valmiki Ramayana, the Yuddha Kanda, the 128th chapter, verse 99 to 101. It says, at the time of the rule of Bhagavan Rama, there were no widows to lament, nor there was any danger from wild animals, nor any fear born out of diseases. The world was bereft of thieves and robberies. No one felt worthless, nor did old people perform obsequies concerning youngsters. Every creature felt pleased. Everyone was intent on their virtue. Turning their eyes towards Rama alone, the creatures did not kill one another. People survived for thousands of years, with thousands of their progeny, and all free of illnesses and grief. The trees that were bearing flowers and fruits regularly, without any injury and pests and insects. The clouds were raining in time, and the wind was delightful to the touch. Every caste was performing their own duties, satisfied with their own work, and bereft of any greed. People were intent on virtue and lived without telling lies. All the people were endowed with excellent characteristics. All were engaged in virtue. So here is an example of how when the ruler So when the ruler and the people, when they take responsibility for the keeping the tradition alive, when they take the responsibility of Sanatana Hindu Dharma, how the nations existed. Here, one of the best Hindu kingdoms and the best ruler, Bhagavan Rama. And when he was ruling the kingdom, how the people were happy, people were bereft of mental grief, and the trees were, the nature, they lived in such tune with the nature, there were no illnesses, everybody was performing their duties, everybody was living with intent on virtue, they lived without telling lies, and all the creatures were living happily. This is how Hindu nations were and are supposed to be. Not just at the time of Rama, even during the time of Yudhishthira in Mahabharata, it's very beautifully describes Hastinapur kingdom, which was ruled by Yudhishthira. He says, the Devas granted rains to fulfill all wants. The world became free of all disease. There was no hunger or thirst anywhere. There was no mental suffering. Those without livelihood were given livelihood. There was abundance all around. There were no worldly worries left for anyone, and there was no cause to fear either. Happiness on earth was in fact even greater than in the heavens. This is from Srimad Mahabharata, Ashwamedika Parva, the 14th Parva, the 15th chapter. Sage Vaishampayana, the narrator of Mahabharata, speaks to King Janamejaya, the grandson of Pandavas. Now, we saw some of the examples of the Hindu nation. Now we are going to look at what were the contributions the Hindu nations did to the world. The Hindu nations had so much to contribute to the world in every field. Enlightenment, health, medicine, art, science, technology, aviation, dance and music, clothes and jewelry, social, judicial, political, legal systems, anywhere you name it, the Hindu nations had so much to contribute to the world. Now, how were the Hindu nations destroyed? The destruction of the Hindu civilization, the first phase, that of the Islamic invasions. Now, from 800 to 1700 AD, the physical destruction of the Hindu civilization happened. In the direct reference from the story of civilization, our Oriental heritage, the reference from the book by Will Durant, he says, the Mohammedan conquest of India is probably the bloodiest story in history. The Islamic historians and scholars have recorded with great glee and pride the slaughters of Hindus, forced conversions, abduction of Hindu women and children to slave markets, and the destruction of temples carried out by the warriors of Islam during 800 AD to 1700 AD. Millions of Hindus were converted to Islam by sword during this period. Millions were raped and murdered and dismembered. And in the words of Abdul Wasaf from Tajiyat ul Amsar, describing the Islamic law prescribing Hindus as conveyed to Alauddin Khilji by his quasi-legal advisor. Hindus are like mud. If silver is demanded from them, they must with the greatest humility offer gold. If a Mohammedan desires to spit into a Hindu's mouth, Hindu should open it wide for the purpose. God created the Hindus to be slaves for Mohammedans. The Prophet had ordained that if the Hindus do not accept Islam, they should be imprisoned, tortured, and finally put to death and their property confiscated. To keep the Hindus in abasement is especially a religious duty because they are the most inveterate enemies of the Prophet. On the left side, you see a picture of Hindu women who were forced to wear garlands made from the bodies of butchered children. 200 million Hindus slaughtered by the Muslim invaders, 100,000 temples destroyed, and 1 million deities and scriptures destroyed. In the words of Kanhadade Prabandha, he says, the conquering enemies, armies, burnt villages, devastated the land, plundered people's wealth, took Brahmins and children and the women of all classes captive, flagged with thongs of rawhide, carried by a moving prison with them, and converted the prisoners into weak-wisted Turks. The next phase of the destruction of the Hindu civilization started with the British occupation from 1700 to 1947 AD, which led to the economic and psychological destruction of Hindu civilization. In the words of Will Durant, he says, "I have seen great people starving to death before my eyes, and I am convinced that this exhaustion and starvation are due not as a beneficiary claim to overpopulation and superstition, but to the most sordid and criminal exploitation of one nation by another in all of recorded history." The British Empire used all possible means to destroy Hindu civil and cultural institutions in order to delegitimize and demoralize the indigenous people of India so that they become slaves in their own hand. The cunning strategies used by the British were discriminatory laws to instill feelings of racial inferiority, engineered famines to starve natives into submission, annexed Hindu kingdoms to undermine native rule, mistranslated Hindu scriptures to instill anti-Hindu narratives, destroyed indigenous Gurukul education system, destroyed the local industries and forced the importation of British goods, and banned Indians from owning or producing firearms. During the British occupation, $45 trillion were looted from India over 200 years. 45 million Hindus killed due to famines and poverty imposed by British policies and reprisal killings for 1857 mutiny. 680 Hindu nations served by the British Raj. In the words of the member of the Parliament of India, Shashi Tharoor, he says, "The British came to one of the richest countries of the world. Over 200 years of exploitation, looting and destruction reduced it to a poster child of a third world poverty." However, things didn't stop just with the British occupation. Even after the independence of India, Hindus continued to face the destruction of the Hindu civilization. Now, in the words of Jawaharlal Nehru, the first Prime Minister of India, he says, "What a disgusting and savage people we are. Politics, progress, socialism, communism, science, what are they before this black religious savagery?" In the words of Ambedkar, who was the first Law Minister of India and the principal architect of the Indian Constitution, he says, "If Hindu Raj does become a fact, it will no doubt be the greatest calamity for this country. No matter what the Hindus say, the Hinduism is a menace to liberty, equality, and fraternity. It is incompatible with democracy. The Hindu Raj must be prevented at any cost." These are the direct words of the India's first Law Minister. The modern Indian legal system, academia, and media all systematically undermine, suppress, and delegitimize the Hindu institutions and culture. To give an example, the Indian Constitution established government control of government control and taxation over Hindu temples, schools, etc., while other religions are free from interference. The Article 26 to 30 of the Indian Constitution discriminate against Hindus by giving special rights and benefits to non-Hindus through government benefits, scholarship, etc. Hindu kingdoms and self-governance has been abolished. Anti-superstition laws are passed to criminalize only Hindu practices. Mainstream Indian academics describe Hindus as sexist, racist, backwards, and oppressors. Negative media portrayals of Hindus in Bollywood TV and in television. Now, the media narratives are also used to abuse, demoralize, stereotype Hindus. Now, Bollywood and other mainstream media outlets consistently portray Hindu gods and gurus as cartoonish, dishonest, corrupt sex fiends in matters similar to British imperial propaganda. The media narratives are used to shape human consciousness and further political agendas. The racist British colonial stereotypes portraying Hindus as superstitious, backwards, and dishonest and corrupt are perpetuated by their brown British successors in modern India unabated. So here you can see like the pictures of Hindu gods being ridiculed, Hindu gurus being shown as comedians, and all the villains, all the negative characters of the movies will always have Hindu symbols. All the negative characters will have Hindu symbols like Kumkum and Tripundri and Trishul, and all the heroes will be either anti-Hindu or secular. At least the way it is shown on the television. Now, what does that leave with, right? It is extremely important that we revive the Hindu nation so that we can re-establish the cultural, spiritual, political, economic, financial legitimacy of Sanatana Hindu Dharma. So, a vision for a Hindu civilization as revealed by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. Now, during the time of Mahabharata, we had 56 Hindu nations, 200 states, 1,700 provinces, 10,000 sampradayas. However, in all of the 56, we, the Hindus, are persecuted. Now, we have lost all the 56. The last one to fall was Nepal. I am a collective voice of all persecuted Hindus. I will revive and rebuild a Hindu nation built on Vedagamic principles as a refuge for all practicing and aspiring Hindus, a safe haven for all persecuted Hindus. Now, this revival of Kailasa, the Hindu nation, is for reviving the whole life of enlightened civilization and the greatest things it has to offer to the world, bringing legitimacy to all offerings, Sanatana Hindu Dharma, and its sharing it with the whole world is the purpose of the Hindu nation. Now, the administration of Kailasa. Kailasa is the revival of the cosmic constitution. Kailasa is the model nation of how the enlightened civilization should be living and administered. Politics, judiciary, education, economy, everything will be revived as Paramashiva revealed in the Vedagamic Sanatana Hindu Dharma's scriptures. Being one of the most persecuted civilizations today, Hinduism is on the brink of extinction such that the next generation may know about Hinduism only through Hindu books. What can we do to stand up for this civilization and all that it has to offer to the world? Today, Hinduism is a political orphan. The preservation and the restoration of Hinduism's spiritual and cultural heritage is impossible without a national identity. So what can we do to save Hinduism? It is important that we reclaim our Hindu identity. Now, if you are healthy, wealthy, rich, successful, peaceful, happy, respectable, have a stable family, have a stable mental setup, understand Hinduism is responsible. Your Hindu identity is responsible. The Hindu scriptures are responsible for your successful life. It is the Hindu scriptures which give us the best mental setup, the powerful cognitions to lead our life. All the best things we have, the Hindus have. The Hindu scriptures are possible. Hindus are the richest and the most successful ethnic community in the world. The Hindu scriptures, Hindu lifestyle, our enlightened masters are responsible for this. The Hindu thought currents are responsible for our successes. And it is not just anti-Hindu elements being active, it is Hindus, we being inactive, is responsible for the whole destruction of Sanatana Hindu Dharma. Let us now take responsibility for Hinduism and let all Hindus all over the world, let us reclaim our Hindu identity. So it is the responsibility of us Hindus to revive the enlightened civilization again and again and again and give all the gifts of enlightened civilization to humanity. The revival of the enlightened civilization, Kailasa, the Hindu nation, is and has become a dire need for humanity. So it is an invitation to all the Hindus, all living, born Hindus, practicing Hindus, those who are sympathetic towards Hinduism, those who are curious towards Hinduism, wanting to explore and enjoy Hinduism. We invite each and every one of you to be a part of this great revival of Kailasa. So why we need Kailasa, the only Hindu nation? What is the need of the Hindu nation and how it is needed for humanity? Let's listen to the Supreme Pontiff's reading.
Contribution. Hinduism, Veda Agamas have great things to contribute to the world. Like the great power manifestation science, the ancient culture and arts, the ancient lifestyle truths, the ancient medical practices and medicinal knowledge, the ancient indigenous cultural heritage and jewelry, perfume, dance, music, in every level, Hinduism has so much to contribute. Veda Agamic traditions have so much to contribute. To share all this with the world, to contribute to the world. Hindus need to tell the world what they are contributing in every level. The brand of Hinduism itself is enriching and empowering and enlightening. Hinduism is all about enlightening the world. Empowering, enlightening, enriching the world. Contributing. That is our spiritual life. That is our spiritual strength. That is our spiritual core principle. O humanity, I request you with folded hands, some one corner of the world, if you just give me few hundred acres, I will keep this whole science alive. Leave it for the whole humanity freely. Fortunately, Paramashiva has given me the power to decode all this Hindu medicinal system, Hindu judiciary system, Hindu social law and order system, Hindu power manifestation system, Hindu mental sciences system, Hindu yogic sciences, the sciences of Hindu biology, Hindu physics, Hindu psychology, Hindu physiology, Hindu chemistry, all this Paramashiva has given me the power to decode. Whatever the remaining scriptures are available with the humanity, Paramashiva has blessed me and I have collected. Not only I have collected and organized, I can decode. This whole science can be kept alive in any one corner of the world. Just few hundred acres are given for me to live peacefully and exist peacefully. I can store this whole thing alive and contribute it to humanity. Humanity can become better and better and better. I can make the planet Earth so much better place to live. I am here to contribute and I will continue to contribute. As long as I am allowed to live, I will contribute. I have collected all the remaining available scriptures, maybe 2 crore books. 2 crore means 20 million, I think, books on Hindu physics, Hindu chemistry, Hindu biology, Hindu physiology, Hindu psychology, Hindu law and order, Hindu social system, the power manifestation sciences of Hinduism, yogic sciences of Hinduism. I have collected, and Paramashiva has given me the blessings and power to decode. I have decoded and continuing to decode them. If the humanity, somebody is kind enough to give me few hundred acres in one corner of the world and let me live peacefully, I can keep all these scriptures there and go on sharing with the world, revealing and go on contributing. I don't need anything other than 1 cup of curd rice every day. That's all. Over. The world. I can make the world better place to live. That's all I have to say. Thousands of medicines are described detail in ancient Siddha and Ayurvedic scriptures. Paramashiva has given me the power to decode them, read them, and properly translate and map them to the modern day human language. And I am ready to work 20 hours a day. I just need few hundred acres where I can sit peacefully and keep this library, run a Gurukul where thousands of people can learn this and share it with the world. Understand? Interested in contributing.
Listen intensely. Life, consciousness in you does not end while your body drops dead. It moves from different universes, vertical time zones, lives in different time zones as per its free will, knowledge, desire, but ultimately to get enlightened, complete liberation, Paramashiva Padam, your soul has to come back to this karma bhumi, the Bhumandala. This Bhumandala and the Jati ecosystems, the caste ecosystems, Hindu, Jnana, Sannyasa, Yoga, Grihastha, multiple spiritual ecosystems are created for the souls to come back and rebirth and grow more and more towards enlightenment easily, quickly, in accelerated speed and space. Understand the secret of Sayujya Mukti. Your Kundalini Shakti experiences the bondage inside your body due to compulsive sexual appetite. All the male bodies building intense yogic body through yoga and pranayama, building the mind of Tyaga centric, will heal your compulsive sexual appetite and make you reach Sayujya. All female bodies, love-centered care, serving every being will liberate you from the compulsive sexual appetite and make your Kundalini reach Sahasrara, which is Kailasa, Paramashivapada, Sayujya.
Welcome back, dear viewers. Apologizing for the technical glitch. Just wanted to share that it is only through the revival of the Hindu nation Kailasa that we Hindus can take responsibility for the revival of Hinduism, for reviving all the things that Sanatana Hindu Dharma has to bring to the world, whether it is revival of the Hindu medicinal system, the Hindu educational system, the Hindu legal system, the Hindu economic, the Hindu economy, the Hindu food, or the Hindu way of lifestyle, everything. The knowledge of enlightenment, the science of enlightenment, the Hindu libraries, the Hindu scriptures, everything can be revived only if we are able to revive Kailasa, the only Hindu nation. So let's all join hands, and Devi Parashakti herself has revealed that if Hindus, we do not take responsibility to protect Sanatana Hindu Dharma, then it is the biggest miss. It is our responsibility and the duty of every Hindu born to Hindu parents. It is our duty, and we have committed to protect Sanatana Hindu Dharma. And now we are in the age of the avatar. So it is our responsibility, every Hindu's responsibility, every Hindu who is born to Hindu parents, who is born to Hindu parents, it is our responsibility to revive Sanatana Hindu Dharma. Come and join Kailasa. We invite every one of you who are watching us to come and join and offer your time, talent, and treasure. Be an e-Kailashian and become a part of this great grand revival. And that is the easiest way for us to express and to show the responsibility of protecting Sanatana Hindu Dharma is to be a part of Kailasa, the greatest and the only Hindu civilization nation. So with that, it's time for us to move on. And if you have any questions and if you would like to share anything about Kailasa, you can go ahead and put it in the comments on YouTube. And we will be now moving on to the next part of this program, where we are going to share with you about how do we connect with Devi Parashakti. What are the different ways that we can connect with Devi Parashakti? Through the different offerings that we have, we'll be sharing that with you now.
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
What are the various offerings that we have for Devi Parashakti? How can we connect with her as she lands to manifest through the Nijavatara of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism?
Contribution. Hinduism, Veda Agamas have
So what are the different ways? The first offering that we have is the e-hundi offering. Now, the e-hundi offering is a way that we connect with Devi Parashakti and offer our gratitude for Devi Parashakti manifesting in our life. Bhakti Priya, Bhakti Gamya, Bhakti Vashya, Vayapaha, Shambhavi, Sharada, Radhya, Sharmani, Sharmadayini. So, Devi Parashakti is fond of true devotion and is realized through true devotion. She can be won over through true devotion. She removes all the fears. Whatever fear that we may have, the fear, anxiety, whatever we may have, Devi Parashakti is sure to remove that fear. And it is stated that Devi can be worshipped, especially at this time when we are going through so much of fear and anxiety due to the pandemic and job loss and so many things that are happening. Just connect to Devi Parashakti every day. Literally, Devi Parashakti lands to bless us all, to shower us with the wounds, to protect us from whatever the deadly pandemic. She says, none of my devotees, just hold on to my faith. None of my devotees will be affected with corona. So just pray to Devi Parashakti, connect with her, and offer your gratitude in the form of e-hundi offering. You can offer any amount in the e-hundi. It is like we go to a temple and we put some money in the temple hundi. So here we are doing it online. So you can offer your gratitude to Devi Parashakti by visiting tiny.cc/Devi-offerings. I request the MTV operator to please project the link for the offerings. The next offering that we have is that of the Sankalpa, where you pray to Devi Parashakti to receive our blessings and grace in our life. Taitan mohyate vishwam shaiva vishwam prasuyate chaya chitta chavijanam tushta arugyam prayachati. The goddess understands the universe and she has prayed without interest in anything, gives that knowledge that leads to salvation and gives wealth in the materialistic sense. So the 12th chapter, the 34th verse of Devi Mahatmya says, offering the sankalpa, the conscious resolution to Devi Parashakti, blesses the person offering with all the fruition of the desires and wishes that he is earning for. So pray to Devi Parashakti, offer the conscious resolution to Devi Parashakti to receive her blessings and grace. The next offering that we have is that of the Sahasra Nama Swarna Kasu, where you offer a gold coin to Devi Parashakti and you manifest the various dimensions of Devi Parashakti. So the Sahasranama Swarna Kasu is like offering of a gold coin to Devi Parashakti and to manifest her Ananta Kalyana Gunas, her imperishable qualities of Devi Parashakti, you manifest that in your life. The next offering is that of the Mukta Anguti, the finger ring with a pearl. It comes in 3 sizes, small, medium and large, $251, $501 and $750. So the Mukta Anguti, the reference from the Meenakshi Pancharatnam, Muktahara Lasat Kirita Ruchiram Purnendu Bhakta Prabham Sinchannu Purakinkini Manidaram Padma Prabhavasuram Sarva Vishta Palapradam Girisudam Vani Rama Sevitam Meenakshim Pranadosmi Santatamaham Karunyavaram Nidhim. I bow to the goddess Meenakshi, whose crown has a garland of pearls and the face shining like a full moon, who wears anklets that are studded with gemstones and has small bells, who is shining like the splendor of lotus, who grants all the wishes, the daughter of the mountain, who is worshipped by goddesses Vadi and Rama. I remain bowing to goddess Meenakshi, the ocean of compassion. So offer the Mukta Anguti, the finger ring with a pearl, to Devi Parashakti. So offering of a Mukta Anguti and receive the blessings to be showered by her compassion and pure love in all your business endeavors. So the offering of the Mukta Anguti is $251. The next offering that we have is that of the Swarna Padma Pushpam, the golden lotus. Now, in the Kamika Agama verse, it says, Ashta Vidyesha Rupeta Kumbhavarna Samyutam Sarve Shashrutra Vastadya Hema Pankaja Bhushitaha Sapi Dana Chachu Saku Chascha Pakapilva Parapradaha Snapana Dhyaya Samsiddha Pramanena Samanvitaha. So, all the kalashas should be adorned with a suitable thread covered with a new cloth. They should be adorned with a lotus flower made out of gold. So, the offering of the Swarna Padma Pushpa to Devi Parashakti is only $600. Lotus is used in so many places in the Vedic tradition. Lotus is a divine flower. So offering of the golden lotus to Devi Parashakti and be blessed to have the state, space, powers and the very being of Paramashiva in our inner space amidst any and every adverse situations in life. The next offering that we have is that of the Swarna Mitti, the golden touring. Nakaditi Samchanna Namachana Tamoguna Patmadhya Praja Prabhajala Parakruta Saroruha. You, whose brightness from the toenails destroy the darkness of ignorance from the minds of your devotees who prostrate at your feet. you, whose brightness from your 2 feet overpowers that of the lotus flower. So offer the Swarna Meti to Devi Parashakti and to be in constant gratitude for receiving her blessings in even the most difficult aspects of your life. Offering of the Swarna Meti is $750 US. The next offering is that of the Swarna Mangtika, the golden hairline jewelry. The Swarna Mangtika represents the nectar flowing from the Sahasrara Chakra, which is fully opened, and offer the Swarna Mangtika to receive the overflowing gratitude, to express and to receive blessings of achieving the blissful state, overflowing gratitude and the space of complete completion. So it's only $750 US, and you'll be able to offer this jewelry to Devi Parashakti. The next offering that we have is that of the Pratyaksha Pada Puja, which is an offering of gratitude, immense gratitude to Devi Parashakti, and the offering of the Vastra Seva, which is the offering of a cloth. You want to offer a sari to Devi Parashakti, you can offer the Vastra Seva, and offering of the Vastra Seva and Pratyaksha Pada Puja, both of them are $1,008 US, and you manifest all the auspiciousness and the blessings of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagat Gurukha Sanidanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. So here are the various offerings that you can offer to Devi Parashakti. The E-Kundi offering, which can be any amount, and then you have the Sankalpa chanting, which is $1 per person, so you can offer any amount, and you can offer it for multiple people in your life also. Then the gold coin comes in 3 sizes, small, medium, and large, $75, $151, and $251. Mukta Anguti, the pearl finger ring, also comes in 3 sizes. Swarna Padma Pushpa comes in 3 sizes. Swarna Meti, the golden tool, and the Swarna Mangtika, the golden hairline jewelry, both of them are $750 US. And Pratyaksha Pada Puja and Vastra Seva are $1,008 US. So how do we go ahead and register? The link is being projected on the screen. So you go ahead for the online payment. If you already have and you are able to go ahead and make the payment today, you can. If you need help in manifesting, you want to offer but you do not have the resources to offer it, then you can fill the first form, tiny.cc/Bhavasamadhi, and we will connect with you and help you manifest. If you already are ready for the payment, directly you can go for the second link, tiny.cc/Devi-offerings, and after the payment, you will submit the details for the puja, for the names of your family members to be included in the puja. So I'll now take you through a walkthrough of how we can go ahead and make the payment. In the meanwhile, we'll give you a few minutes for you to go ahead and visit the site tiny.cc/Devi-offerings. Let's take a moment and visit tiny.cc/Devi-offerings. And when you go and visit that link, it will open up this page which shows the Parashakti Bhava Samadhi Darshan donations. And here you can choose what is the offering that you would like to do. So this page, I request every operator to project the link on the screen, tiny.cc/Devi-offerings. And you can choose any of the options or the offerings that we have. Let us say I want to offer the Pratyaksha Pada Puja. So I click on that and I say add to cart. When you add to cart, and then you can always come back and add anything else. Let's say you want to do a Pratyaksha Pada Puja and you want to offer a golden lotus. You want to do both. So go to add to cart and then you come back. Right click and say back. Go to the previous page again, and then you can choose any other offering that you would like to add into the offer. So you can just make like a one-time payment for all instead of doing single payment for each. So we come back, and here you say, I want to offer like Sankalpa chanting, and you want to do it for 5 of your family members. Increase the quantity of the offering to 5, and then add to cart. Now, when you come to the card, it will say, okay, now $1,008 for Pada Puja and $5 for the Sankalpa chanting. It will show both. Verify the total amount, and then proceed, go down and proceed to checkout. So here it says $1,008 and $5. And here if I want, I want for 6 people in my family, not 5. So you just put here number 6 and then say update to cart. It will now show $6. And then in the bottom, it will show the total amount. $1,008 plus $6 is $1,014. Okay, great. Click on proceed to checkout. Now, when you click on proceed to checkout, you will be directed to a page where you can enter your billing details, credit card details, all the payment related things. If you can enter that, and then go to the bottom of the page and click on purchase or place order. So here we have the billing details, then orders, credit card details, and then click on I have read through the terms and conditions, and on the right side you will say place order. Now once you are able to successfully go through the payment and finish the payment, the next step that you will do is you will come to tiny.cc/Sankalpa 2021. Now if you go to this form, it will show you all the details of the person who is making the offering. And then the payment or date and the order number and the like a screenshot of the payment, etc. to be uploaded. So here is the Sankalpa 2021 form. You fill all the disclaimers, payment amount, date, Baba Samadhi Darshan. And then click on next. In the next page, you will enter the exact offering that you're doing, the names of the family members you want chanted during this offering. The next option that we have is that of while you are watching us live on YouTube, you can go ahead and make show your support and make a contribution to Kailasa. So just click on. I will now project the YouTube live chat and share with you how just while you're watching the YouTube, you can go ahead and
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
live stream page. Right next to the live stream, you see a dollar symbol. So when you click on that dollar symbol, you have 3 options. 1, to join the channel, 2, super chat, and 3, super sticker. So only the members of the channel will be able to post the questions live during Devi Parashakti Akashic reading. So we invite you to become a member of the channel if you are not already, and you can choose the different membership options: bronze, silver, gold, premium, and platinum. And each of them will have their own privileges. and access to exclusive content or being invited to special classes, etc. So you can check it out online and then click on join. When you click on join, you'll see a payment portal that opens up, and you can go ahead and enter your credit card or debit card details and their PayPal details, etc. Next, we have the super chat. The super chat is a very, very, very simple way for you to contribute and show your support to Kailasa. So you can enter as minimum as just $1, or you can enter $11, or you can enter $111. How much ever you want to offer, you can go ahead and enter and then click on buy and send. Now, when you click on buy and send, it again opens a payment portal where you can enter your card details and go ahead and make the payment, or you can pay via PayPal as well, depending on the country of residence. You may have PayPal as an option or not. Then the last is the super sticker, where you want to make a contribution, you want to offer your support to Kailasa, but through the super sticker, where you want to also send an animated sticker and you want to send it in the chat. So that's the super sticker option. You can choose any amount. There are different stickers available for different amounts. You can choose a specific sticker and give that offering. So with that, we come to the conclusion of this segment. And now we will be moving on to the next segment, where we are going to share with you about how the Supreme Congress of Hinduism has opened his doors and reaching out to Indians in India so that they can protect their lives in multi-layer quarantine facility being provided absolutely free of cost at the Adi Kailasa Sarvanyapita. So let's now move on to the next segment, and I'll be inviting the administrators of Adi Kailasa Sarvanyapita in Bangalore to come forward and share how the campus is being prepared for to provide multi-layer quarantine services.
I welcome you all with my love and respect. Let you all open all your three eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Nithyananda. The next segment is about Kailasa's multi-layered quarantine opportunity for India during the ongoing pandemic of COVID-19. Joining with me is Ma Achyutananda Swami, who is also one of the administrators of Adi Kailasa.
Nithyananda.
Now, before we enter into the segment, let us quickly go through the revelations of Devi Parashakti to the world, what she has revealed to the world on 12th of May, about a month ago. She revealed that India is the biggest spiritual land where enlightened beings happen again and again, flower as the enlightened beings and benefit the entire world. We cannot afford to lose the only Bharadam. We cannot lose the enlightenment womb. In order to save the cosmos from cosmic deluge, I built a ship called the Adi Kailasa. In order to protect the humanity from the cosmic deluge, I gathered together all the spiritual energy of the cosmos and built the ship called Adi Kailasa. Due to the cunning strategy of the treacherous people and the ruling of the enemies, the captain of the ship itself had to leave the ship. Here, it is referring to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Swamiji, had to leave the ship because of the attack, the persecution from the anti-Hindu elements. Now, let all come and take a good bath, get protected and get healed and get all the benefits. Make use of the ship which I built out of huge grace and compassion, and protect yourselves from the huge cosmic deluding destructive dance. For India, I made the ship as protection, the Nithyananda Navapashana Lingam in Vaidya Sarovar. Go to Adi Kailasa. Crores of people will come there looking for health, Navapashana, water feast, and medicine to get the health and protection and enlightenment. For all of them, give Annadan. To protect India from the great destruction, I, Parashakti, made this huge ship. Even if the captain is not there, ship is there. Now, what we saw was the revelations from Adi Parashakti, where she has beautifully revealed to the world how one can protect themselves from the ongoing pandemic. It is because of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism's effort, Swamiji's effort to build this AK ship as a cosmic protection for the entire humanity. And Devi Parashakti also revealed that even if the captain of the ship had to leave the ship, it is because of the assassination attempts and the persecution by the anti-Hindu elements. The captain of the ship had to leave the ship. And now today, let us see the contributions of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. What are the contributions? What are the unique contributions that Swamiji offered to the whole of the humanity? And why is that the anti-Hindu elements attacked him and persecuted him for more than a decade? What are those contributions that affected them? So let us go to that segment. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Swamiji had conducted number of meditation classes in local schools, especially by the international agencies called Kailasa's White Om and the Sovereign Order of Kailasa. In 2004 itself, the secondary school students were blessed to learn the truths of life and learning, and they were underwent powerful meditation under the direct guidance of Swamiji in Karnataka. In 2006, Swamiji conducted several meditation events in different schools. So what you're seeing today is now in the slide is a picture from Trichy in Tamil Nadu, where Swamiji is conducting these meditation events for the school students. And what you're seeing here is the engineering college students in 2008 in Karnataka. In 2006, the first confluence for world peace to honor the memory of those who lost their lives and of those who risked their lives to save others during the terrorist attack at the World Trade Center on September 11, 2001. In 2009, Swamiji conducted Peace March to unite. Swamiji initiated this whole event by different heads in South India. And here you can see peace walk by the peacekeepers of the Sovereign Order of Kailasa, walking several miles in South India to promote peace and unity amongst different religions. And here you can see, even with a fractured hand, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Swamiji, engaged in selfless work day and night. He inspired the peacekeepers of the Sovereign Order of Kailasa to engage in such selfless service. leading the nation of Kailasa by example. In 2011, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism had a multiple compound fracture with the bone protruding out of the skin. Despite that, in 2013, 2 steel implants that were fastened in 2011 were removed as the bones had healed completely. This picture is after the surgery. Despite that, you can see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is day and night selflessly working, selflessly serving people with the same blissful smile as we would see him in any satsang. And you can see how the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism inspired and guided the entire sovereign order of Kailasa to involve themselves, to engage themselves in all the humanitarian efforts. Here, what you see is a monk of the sovereign order of Kailasa donating blood. In 2009, the representatives of Kailasa's Red Om handing over their collected donation for the Karnataka, the Chief Minister's Relief Fund. In 2008, a spiritual conference and meditation program led by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism organized by thousands of citizens of Kailasa and all the practicing Hindus in Tamil Nadu. Here, it's a beautiful message from the former President of India, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, where he says that he is happy to note the 5th anniversary of the Nithyananda Dhyanapitham of Swamiji and for creating a peaceful environment in the society by making the citizens spiritually aware is an important societal mission, which he understands is being performed by Swamiji's mission in 33 countries across the world. And he further says that he's also happy to know that the part of this anniversary celebrations, Jnanadhan, Aushadadhan, Dhyan and Anadan programs are launched. The former President of India, late APJ Abdul Kalam, also shared that Swamiji, it is such a beautiful joy to experience your blissful smile. When we were children, we lived blissfully, smiled a lot, and we were really happy and fulfilled. But as we grow, we lose your smile. Yet when I see you carry and radiate such a divine bliss. Yes, and you can see the same bliss Swamiji carried throughout his entire public life. Whether he was worshipped, praised by millions of his devotees or persecuted by the anti-Hindu elements, in all moments, he was only carrying that blissful smile. This is in 2007, the Californian Legislature Assembly recognized the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism as the enlightened master, modern mystic, and greatest saint of modern India, who has taught the science of attaining endless happiness. In 2007, the Senate of the state of California, recognizing the Swamiji for his spirit, dedication, and efforts to raise the awareness of the Vedic tradition and to usher positively on global peace and universal brotherhood. In 2009, Californian Legislature Assembly recognized the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism of his leadership and outstanding commitment to communities around the world, service and selfless devotion to students of International Vedic Hindu University. In 2009, you can see the keys to the city, Artesia, was awarded to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. In 2009, he was recognized by the Honorable Jim Karigiannis, who is the Member of Parliament, for his contributions as a Global Peace Ambassador. In 2009, the Oklahoma City has acknowledged the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism for his unselfish service to the people of Oklahoma City while serving for their spiritual well-being. In 2016, the postage stamp on the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was released by the Indian Postal Department on the occasion of Kumbh Mela. In 2015, the Senate of the State of California has recognized and congratulated His Divine Holiness for highlighting and educating the community on Kumbh Mela. And in 2015, the Nithyananda Hindu University was authorized by the Akhila Bharatiya Akhada Parishad as the only organization that can conduct this festival outside India. In 2017, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was awarded the Guinness World Records for the largest rope yoga class. And in the same year, in 2017, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was awarded for Guinness World Record for the largest pole yoga, the Shivastamba Yoga class. And in the same year, one more Guinness record on the largest human Om symbol was performed by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism and the Nithyananda University at Bangalore. In 2017, it is declared as the Paramahamsa Nithyananda Day by the city of Montclair in recognition of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism's contribution to the superconscious evolution of humanity. In 2012, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was named amongst the world's 100 most spiritually influential personalities by a renowned esoteric magazine, which is Body, Mind and Spirit. In 2018, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was conferred with the honorary doctorate in humanities by the Commonwealth University. In 2018, the United Nations Global Development Organization respectfully presented to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism for the superconscious evolution of the humanity. In 2019, the Azteca University in Mexico had recognized the tremendous scientific contribution made by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism in the field of superconsciousness and has awarded him an honorary doctorate in the sciences for this. So before we go to the next segment, if you are feeling you need to be protected with this ongoing pandemic, and if you want to feel secured, Swamiji has opened the de facto embassies, the spiritual de facto embassies in India, for you to enjoy the free food, accommodation, stay, internet services, and spiritually evolve yourself during this ongoing pandemic. So you have this opportunity, and if you're interested, you can join, register yourself in kailasa.org/Kailasa Care, KAILASA.org/KAILASACARE. So while you're getting registered, let's have a short break and we'll be right back.
Listen intensely. Life, consciousness in you does not end while your body drops dead. It moves from different universes, vertical time zones, lives in different time zones as per its free will, knowledge, desire, but ultimately to get enlightened, complete liberation, Paramashiva Padam, your soul has to come back to this karma bhumi, the Bhumandala.
Nithyanandam, and welcome back. We just saw a very, very brief glimpse, probably not even the tip of the iceberg, of the contributions of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism over the last over 2 decades, more than 25 years. Contribution in various fields ranging from humanitarian services, religious services, social services, spiritual services, reaching out to one and all, being by being, not just leaving it at the numbers, but actually contributing to every life directly. One could see in those pictures how the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, right from taking every meditation class himself, giving the spiritual counseling himself, giving healing himself, this is how he built the whole Kailasa, brick by brick, literally. The whole aim of Kailasa, as we all know, is to revive that enlightened civilization, the Hindu civilization, Sanatana Hindu Dharma, in all its dimensions and glory. Needless to say, that singular aim and the one-pointed vision of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism and the very evident meteoric rise, if one could see the photographs with the dates, we saw how right from the time when the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was taking classes for engineering colleges for students, to just in a couple of years, he's already on a worldwide tour addressing the people around the globe. And as we saw in the certificates of recognition, practically across the world, he got recognized by all kinds of institutions as well as the governments, cities inviting him with open arms, literally giving the keys to their cities so that he could come and enrich the citizens of that city. Accolades just showering on him. Across the world, everybody recognizing the direct contribution of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism to bringing about peace and harmony in the world and contributing to every individual's expansion, growth, and thereby resulting in a beautiful, blissful community, society, city, state, and a nation. Now that is exactly what irked the anti-Hindu terrorist militants who did not and have never wanted Sanatana Hindu Dharma to come to be alive, because it is directly against their vested interests of holding people under their power, be it physically through enslavement or psychologically through mental slavery, ideological slavery. So that started a massive persecution on the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. What exactly happened? How it was done? What multi-layer conspiracy was made against the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism? We'll just see in a few minutes. As we saw, for his immense contributions towards eradicating poverty, illiteracy, hunger through free food, gender-based violence, as the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has recognized not only the known 3 genders, but also given with proof what the ancient native tribes have realized in many places, 11 genders that exist, gender apathy, all these. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism's revival of the authentic scriptures-based Hinduism irked the vested interests of the atheistic terrorist militant elements on the one hand, and the neo-Hindutva terrorists and other anti-Hindu forces on the other. They joined together, colluded, even though their ideologies, so-called ideologies, were just poles apart, ganging up together to execute a massive persecution, ethnocide, genocide on the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism and his followers and Kailasa at large in a massive way from 2nd March 2010. And this continued unabated for the next whole decade and comprised of over 70 assassination attempts just on the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, not including the assassination attempts made on his followers. Over 250 sexual assaults on the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism and his followers, the community, the Adi Shaivite minority community, monks and disciples. Lawfare of not less than 120 false cases over just a decade. Massive hate propaganda in electronic media of over 14,000 hours and print media of over 25,000 articles in 5 years. Destruction of heritage properties worth over 27 million US dollars, and the continuing ethnocide and genocide of over 80 million Hindus worldwide since the last 7 centuries. Yes, you heard it right, 80 million. If one was shocked and pained at the Jewish Holocaust, which took the lives of 6 million, you actually have more than 15 times of that number of people killed shockingly, horribly, unimaginably after extensive torture, which one could not even imagine any human being can go through. Specifically, if one looks just at the lawfare done on the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, leaving aside all the physical assaults and mental assaults that have been done on him and his followers, just the lawfare involved delegitimizing the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism by hate propaganda, disenfranchising him of his civil and human rights, prejudicing him from a fair representation and fair trial, repeated illegal imprisonment coupled with brazen torture, custodial assassination attempts, supported by system justification process in various forms, including the common processes that are used, basically of bureaucracy in the system, absolute outright indifference, self-deception, keeping the whole society in a deceptive state, and diffused responsibility, where there is no one single owner, where the buck is passed, and right from the top to the bottom, there is just a blame game, and eventually it comes down to the lowest person, who is anyways not accountable, who doesn't even know the big picture. That resulted in multiple ways in which the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was not only attacked, but justice was denied, and people did not even and do not still even cognize what has been done to him and what a gross injustice, inhuman behavior, absolute human rights violations have happened. So it's resulted in continued system complicity with torture, murder, and genocide, a well-planned, multi-layer false hate propaganda by the fourth estate of the democracy, which is the media, sustained by moral disengagement. So it leaves the broader public in a state of absolute willful ignorance, because you bring in the factor of morality and how a certain person is so-called immoral, motivated denial, out-group victim blaming, where the person, the victim, is actually made to look as the culprit and he is blamed, and that results in a justification of the dehumanization, the demonization that follows of the person, and literally results in bystander apathy to even something as gross, unimaginable as ethnocide and genocide of a whole community. One can see, we'll just take this time to see just an example of the malicious prosecution that has been done to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism as we watch this video.
Rape accused, fake godman. Nithyananda, rape accused.
Accused of raping.
The rape accused.
Rape accused. Rape accused self-styled godman Nithyananda.
Just like that, they arrested me in the rape charge in 2010. They came and arrested, and After they arrested me, I asked, what for you arrested me? They said, rape charge. I said, can you say whom I raped? No, that now only we are investigating. No one is answerable for the whole mess. Even now, there will not be any investigation. Why was Nithyananda arrested on rape charge when there is nobody saying they have been raped? I asked them, do you have any statement from anybody? After the independence of India, around 3,60,000 rape cases have been filed. Only rape case, 376, where there is no victim's name or altered name. Even altered, there is no victim. Usually, if there is a victim who got raped, they will announce in the media and search for, hey, we have a victim and we need accused. We are searching for the accused. Where is the accused? Where he is disappeared? In my case, hey, we have accused here. What victim? Please come, please come. Facebook ad was given, TV ad was given, and newspaper ad was given for calling for victim. Saying, you please come, we will give you traveling bus fare and we will keep your name secret. Please come, please come. You cannot get justice.
Rape accused.
Accused of raping.
The rape accused.
Rape accused. Rape accused self-styled Godman Nithyananda.
We just saw a very brief but probably very explanatory peek, literally, into what was done to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism in the name of lawfare. Literally, if we see, the banality of evil has been supported by system justification in various forms, including the commonly used processes of bureaucracy, indifference, self-deception, and diffused responsibility, where the system itself creates an atmosphere of absolute indifference being made to the victim, the whole delusion making the victim actually look like a criminal, and the responsibility of the same not being, you cannot pin it down to one person. It is just diffused across the whole system, which therefore results in continued system complicity with something as grossly inhuman as torture, murder, and even genocide. It is also denied and suppressed from conscious awareness, even despite compelling evidence, leaving constitutional checks and balances successfully neutralized. Now, that is what lawfare actually involves. It is not something where, like the pre-World War period, one cannot see through the outright inhuman violations being done. Here, the whole system is made in such a way that even though compelling evidence is there, it leaves even constitutional checks and balances neutralized because it's fueled by a well-planned, multi-layer false hate propaganda by the fourth estate media. So what happens is the information is successfully not reaching to the people. The truth is never made to reach the people. On the other hand, a massive hate campaign is spread. Disinformation is spread using this powerful fourth estate of the democracy called the media. And it's sustained and probably accentuated by moral disengagement. So portray the victim as somebody who's of a bad moral character, because that's what appeals to the conscience of the people at large. So you leave the broader public in a state of willful ignorance because you've already spread the misinformation. They have no idea about what the truth is. There is a motivated denial that is elicited from the public as a response. And there's a victim blaming. So the person who's a victim is actually blamed because of the disinformation that is spread. And there's a dehumanization of the individual, of the victim. And overall, the whole ambience creates literally apathy, bystander apathy to even something gross as genocide. What is the responsibility of the state, one would ask, in such a case? Well, normally, as per international law, as per various articles of the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights as is defined in the ICCPR, the prohibition of ill treatment does not merely create a negative duty on the state agents not to engage in such treatment, but the state also has a positive duty to protect the persons under its jurisdiction from the acts of private individuals, needless to say, from the state itself. To just take an example of what it means to be targeted in very many ways, one can see, we'll just understand over here how as a minority leader, as a leader of so-called minority origin, linguistic minority to be more specific, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was singled out, and how the whole linguistic differences were exploited to show the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism as somebody who needs to be persecuted. One can see way back in 1956, to be more precise, the different states of India were reorganized. The primary way of the reorganization was using language as the barometer, as the benchmark. Now, this led to the marginalization of people of the Tamil language ethnicity in the areas which were acceded to from the erstwhile Madras Presidency to the newfound Greater Mysore. The city of Bangalore, which itself was founded way back in 1537, predominantly comprised actually people of Tamil ethnicity in its demographic composition. Until 1991, the people of Tamilian ethnicity formed the largest ethnic group in the Bangalore urban district. In fact, if one sees the 1991 census, for the first time recorded a Kannada-speaking majority ahead of the people of Tamil ethnicity in its district. On 25th June 1991, a very seemingly innocuous or maybe not as dangerous decision was made regarding the Kaveri water, the river Kaveri, which flows all the way from Karnataka to the state of Tamil Nadu. The Kaveri Water Tribunal, constituted in 1990, directed the Karnataka state government to release 25 cubic million feet of water to Tamil Nadu within a year. One should understand that the river Kaveri originates in the state of Karnataka. So needless to say, if the state would like to preserve the water of the river for itself, it could easily dam it up. And that resulted in a number of conflicts between the two neighboring states. And given the probably equal right to natural resource, the state of Tamil Nadu and Karnataka were always at loggerheads. And this particular water tribunal decided to what is the proportion of water that is to be released to the state of Tamil Nadu. Karnataka issued an ordinance to cancel the tribunal's award, but this was struck down by the Supreme Court of India. In fact, the tribunal's award was subsequently gazetted by the Government of India on 11th December 1991. The reason why we went into this in detail is to understand the very many literally axes of persecution done to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, one being this particular one where we can see the immense amount of linguistic division created artificially amongst the people, amongst the citizens of the two states, and the natural animosity, or so-called presumably natural animosity created on the basis of division of natural resources. On the other hand, this is one aspect. The other aspect is the neo-Hindutva caste supremacists use this particular opportunity to incite further violence for petty political gains. The very next day, neo-Hindutva caste supremacist extremists of the Karnataka state called for a Bandh. A Bandh means like total lockdown. On 13 December 1991, alleging partisan behavior of the government of India. The leader of the neo-Hindutva caste supremacist extremists declared, Kaveri river is a mother of the Kannadigas, means the people of the state of Karnataka, so we cannot give water to anybody else. The very next day, 14 December 1991, the neo-Hindutva extremists allegedly roamed the streets of Bangalore, carrying sticks, shouting slogans, beating up Tamil laborers. On the left, what you see is a repetition of what happened to the followers of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism in the very same vein. The businesses way back then run by people of Tamil ethnicity, Tamil language, movie theaters, and even vehicles with the Tamil Nadu state license plates were targeted. Soon the riots spread to the Mysore district and other parts of southern Karnataka. The Tamil-speaking villagers were driven out and their properties were confiscated. A curfew of 1 week was declared under section IPC 144 of the Indian Penal Code. The violence, needless to say, left people dead. 15,000 people of Tamil ethnicity were forced to flee the state, though if you see the Constitution of India, it guarantees as a fundamental right for any citizen of India to live in any part of the country. Such targeting of ethnic minorities of Tamil origin continued over decades and continues till date. As one can see here, the followers of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism being innocent victims of the same. The inciting and the multiplying by hate propaganda created by the politically owned media. In 2016, even as late as a few years back, in another such protest, 2 people were killed. One can see the editorial director of the Asianet Group, which is a BJP-owned neo-Hindutva media house, which runs Suvarna News channel, gave an interview where he actually said, I'm embarrassed. Instead of disseminating information, the TV channels became agent provocators. So by their own admission, the media channels accepted their role in flaring the violence. They justified their acts, however, blaming other channels to instigate this by a race for just TRP, what is called the television rating points.
The neo-Hindutva leaders have extremely regressive views regarding the sexuality and the rights of people of non-conformist genders. The views of some go to the extent of justifying rape as a tool to suppress native Hindu traditions for their political agenda. Contrary to this, the gender fluidity and non-binary gender theories have always been seen as an everyday fact of life by native traditions worldwide. None of the genders were seen as a rule or an abnormality. Since time immemorial, Native Americans recognized 5 genders. Non-binary genders were recognized, documented, and accepted in Greek history. Native traditions like the Adi Shaivite minority tradition in Hinduism has recognized 11 gender identities. So the Sannyas Sampradaya, the monastic order established by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, is unique in that it freely ordains women and allows women to perform temple rituals. Women constitute the majority of the senior leadership in by establishing his vision of Hinduism as not just orthodox, but also a highly progressive and committed to gender equality. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has also ordained men and women from the scheduled caste, scheduled tribe, and Dalit communities, which have been discriminated and sidelined by the neo-Hindutva ideologies. A media clip from 2018 highlighting the exclusion of women from the Hindu temples as a consequence of the neo-Hindutva extremist ideology who disregarded the Hindu sacred text, which is Vedagamas. So you can clearly see how ideologically the neo-Hindutva group is sorting something away from Vedas and Agamas, and they want to project that as Hinduism. While on the other hand, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is reviving the ancient sciences as per Vedagamas, providing the authentic legitimacy of Hinduism to the entire Hindus. So here you can see Manitya Supriyananda Swami, who is the world's first woman Dalit Hindu monk in the contemporary era, who's performing the temple rituals in the main sanctum sanctorum at the headquarters as a female Hindu priest, which is completely ideologically different to these neo-Hindutva groups who are so gender biased. And here you can see a female brahmacharini offering the Aarti ritual to presiding deities in the main sanctum sanctorum at the headquarters of Nithyanandeshwara Parameshwara Devalaya. And Swamiji himself, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself, giving Devi Bhava Darshan as Devi Meenakshi Amman during different occasions. And today's event is also the Devi Parashakti's Akashic reading event. So you can see here this Devi Bhava Samadhi Darshan is an auspicious sight of the divine being, Devi. And when Swamiji is actually radiating the state of Samadhi in such an ecstatic, devotional, meditative state of consciousness, in the state of Advaita with Devi. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Swamiji, has revealed that the Vedas and Agamas recognize 11 genders and prescribe the specific temple rituals to solemnize gay marriage, which is otherwise considered taboo in today's mainstream Hinduism. He has declared that he himself transcends gender and consequently suffered vicious persecution for his bold, progressive stance on LGBTQ issues. By rooting the legitimacy of gays, lesbians, and transgendered people in ancient Hindu scriptures, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is single-handedly challenging the LGBTQ discourse in India because of his outspoken advocacy for the rights of women, the rights of transgendered people, and the rights of the members of the LGBTQ community. Swamiji has endured over 70 assassination attempts over the past decade. Elements opposed to the progressive forms of Hindu ideology such as Adi Shaivite minority tradition. For the 2 decades, Swamiji and the dark-skinned ASMT community of Tamil ethnicity have become a target of the neo-Hindutva hate propaganda in Karnataka. In mere 5 years of inauguration by 2005, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism had established the presence of his spiritual missions in 33 countries. This was commended and recognized by various political leaders at the state level, national level, and international level. By 2008, the family of the Chief Minister of Karnataka had actually become devoted to Swamiji. You can see the picture of the Chief Minister of Karnataka taking blessings from Swamiji. Here, the ex-Prime Minister of India, Sri Deve Gowda, who's actually taking blessings from Swamiji. The universal acceptance and appeal of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, not just in Karnataka, but worldwide, was unacceptable to neo-Hindutva extremists of Karnataka, as his origin is of Tamil ethnicity. The politically owned media was directly complicit in the violence targeting the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism and the Adi Shaivite minority community. In 2013, a neo-Hindutva terrorist wielding a sword had issued a death threat targeting Swamiji from the Suvarna News channel as a panelist of the news debate. On 7th of June 2012, the Suvarna television head Ajit Hanumantavakar led a militant group to kill Swamiji and his chief administrator. The militants broke the head of the chief administrator with heavy boulder rocks for stopping them from serving an anthrax letter bomb to Swamiji. The state government was also an accomplice in this attack, as the government was led by the led by political parties who also owned the Suvarna TV channel, who employed the neo-Hindutva militant. In this attack, no formal police complaint was accepted against the militant, and on contrary, Ajit filed a police complaint against the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, supported by an arbitrary order by district magistrate directing the arrest of the Swamiji, or the executive order directing by the court, terming the entire process by government as illegal, without any authority, contrary to law, without jurisdiction. The court did not remedy the situation. There were no repercussions for the perpetrators of the crime, who were protected by the state. From 2010 to 2018, several attempts were made to kill Swamiji. Until 2019, demands for extrajudicial assassinations of Swamiji were publicly made by the lawmakers. So you can see the amount of contributions that Swamiji has done for the humanity, for which he was persecuted by the anti-Hindu elements and neo-Hindutva groups. And despite all of that, what is he doing? He is only opening his doors of Kailasa more and more to the humanity, unconditionally. You can visit the Kailasas of Swamiji, stay there free with free food, accommodation, free internet services. You can work from home, and you can evolve spiritually. You can improve your health. You can really live most blissful life in the Kailasas of Swamiji, and all here to enable this, Swamiji has gone through immense amount of persecution. Yet it is his grace and compassion that he has opened up all the de facto spiritual embassies of Kailasa to one and all without any exception. So we invite every single person, whoever is suffering in this ongoing pandemic. Especially, we know that India is on verge with a third wave of COVID in September. With this, let's not take any risk. Let us be safe. Let us protect ourselves and the family. Let us join. We invite all of you to join our Kailasa, our Adi Kailasa Sarvangapeetam's protective preventive quarantine center that Swamiji has opened unconditionally to one and all. So to join us, please register yourselves in kailasa.org/Kailasa Care. With this, we will move to the next segment, which is the power manifestation segment, and we'll be right back. Thank you.
And the jati ecosystems, the caste ecosystems, Hindu, Jnana, Sannyasa, Yoga, Grihastha, multiple spiritual ecosystems are created for the souls to come back and rebirth and grow more and more towards enlightenment easily, quickly, in accelerated speed and space. Understand the secret of Sayujya Mukti. Your Kundalini Shakti experiences the bondage inside your body due to compulsive sexual appetite. All the male bodies building intense yogic body through yoga and pranayama, building the mind of Tyaga centric, will heal your compulsive sexual appetite and make you reach Sayujya. All female bodies, love-centered care, serving every being will liberate you from the compulsive sexual appetite and make your Kundalini reach Sahasrara, which is Kailasa, Paramashivoham, Sayujya. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. Let's start with the Sadguru Vandanam. Nithyanandam Paramasukhanam Kevalam